Soon. Starting soon.
Starting now, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, come on now.
Actually.
Um. All right. Hello, welcome back. It's Earl Loomis time yet again. Just a heads up, both for players and audience alike. I'm making a lot of changes to the audio while we play. So if it's really weird, like super loud or super quiet, my bad. I will learn and fix it as we go. But this is the first time I'm trying it out. I'm using Pocket Bard is a cool little app that I have known about, but I just now figured out how to get it to actually work with our Discord chat. And using the Kenku bot, so I'll shout both of them out, give them credit because, I didn't come up with any of this. It was just cool stuff that I found. So with that being said, I say let's kick off the session. We don't have any time to waste. We got a lot of stuff to get to. Brief little recap. The last that happened, and I'm going to actually tell this from a character's perspective. Leo, you brought Aethera up to Stonewall with you, right? And she was the only one.
Oh, wait. No, Gwen was there.
Yeah, because that's right, because Gwen was following you guys and being weird and stalkerish in the background.
Listen, it's because we had a plan, all right? We had a plan.
All right. Well, I
Don't make me
imagine...
seem like a weirdo.
Stalkerish.
I don't have to make you seem like a weirdo for people to think you're
That's
weird.
crazy.
But to really, put us in the scene right now, you guys are walking back down from Stonewall towards Trina. You are kind of quiet as Leo is deep in thought. This was a very kind of interesting thing. I don't know if this is how you thought this would go, talking to your dad, but to replay the scene for us, Aethera was kind of snooping in wild shape, getting some information. Apparently the sword is looking for something, but the details of that something are still very fuzzy. They are searching through various cities, targeting places of high intelligence. They seem to be looking after Valenrun. They're reading a bunch of scrolls and books and writing from places like Kiel and Arbalis and various kingdoms across Wisteria and Chimera alike, getting these shipments in, opening the boxes, rifling through them. And it seems like they're still searching for whatever it is. So that's heavy on probably Aethera and your mind. I can't speak for Gwen. She's thinking about whatever she's thinking about. The other thing, what are you thinking about?
I don't know.
Probably muffins.
Okay.
Good call.
But Leo, the other thing that's probably really heavy on your mind is this recent conversation between you and your father, and then later you and Father Idel as well. You are kind of replaying it over in your head. Your dad was pretty excited for you to join the sword. He says that this is the thing that he's been after for all of this time. You pitch the case to stay at Earl Loomis while you join. He doesn't think it's possible, but you talk to Father Idel, and he kind of talks to you without your father there, and he says that you as clerics are of a different caliber than paladins, because paladins, from Father Idel's words, they get their power from an oath. There's no proof that Corteus is the one who picked them for that. But you, as a cleric, very obviously were hand chosen by Corteus. You worship him, that's where your power comes from. So you are essentially a rank above. And he thinks that your blossoming powers, your ability to, cast magic and heal people is incredibly useful, but also incredibly telling. And he thinks it speaks a lot because he values wisdom a little more than strength, and that your skills are definitely going to be needed. So he advocates for you. You're in the sword, going to Earl Loomis, making the trek back down to Trina, and I need you to decide before you get there whether or not you are going to be honest with your friends and tell them exactly what happened in that room with Father Edel and your father, or if you're going to fabricate a different story to give them. So you come back down the hill.
I'm gonna. No.
You meet back up with them in the tavern. Please tell me what you do.
I'm gonna tell them everything. I feel like Athira already knows like all of it.
I know all the things.
Yeah.
Do you, or were you too busy like not getting stepped on when you were a mouse?
No, I was doing an excellent mouse job. Very sneaky, very observant.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Well, you guys reconvene in this small little tavern where you recently talked with Leo's mom. You meet back up as a group. Leo spills everything. He says that he joined the sword. His father didn't want him to go back to Loomis, but Father Edel advocated for him. And as of now, he is not a full-fledged member. He has not taken the pilgrimage yet, but he is an initiate. And not only that, but I think now would be the time that you tell Lucian that question that he gave to you to ask, to find some information of Orteus is a god. Why is he not here? How does this connect with, like, if these planes existed, where did Verameth come from? Where did Corteus go? What's the answer behind all of that? And he said the pilgrimage is the key. So you convey everything to the party. Your decision to join, the answer to that question, Father Edel sticking up for you. You are all fully in the loop. And I'm going to say that the next thing that gets immediately brought up is, hey, this summer is on a pretty tight schedule and we have a lot of traveling to do. These kind of conversations can happen on the road. So I'll let you guys kind of take the reins from here. You got a couple of stops, but from what I understand, and this can be amended, you are traveling back to Loomis or taking returning stones. I'm not sure which one you guys want to do, but if you travel there, that's another 8 to 10 days. Take returning stones, it's immediately. And then you're teleporting to Hillmount, taking a ship up towards Aeortia, and then Ranth is helping you guys traverse that crazy place.
How many returning stones do we have between us?
I have
I
2.
don't know.
I have 1.
I have 3.
I have 2.
Ava,
What?
how many returning stones do you have?
She got 3.
Thanks.
Okay, David. I was gonna say that, but all right.
Should have bought 10
Let the woman speak.
I know.
All right.
for the price went up.
I was right.
Yeah. I feel like
For
we shouldn't use
context,
these anymore. Sell them.
I'll catch the audience up to speed here. I completely mistyped or like miscalculated the price. I know we're using a homebrew economy and everything's different, but I put returning stones at 5 gold pieces, which is the equivalent of $500, and the ability to teleport from anywhere in the world back to the school, it's worth a little bit more than $500. So I had to up the price. They're now 50 gold instead of 5.
Let me correct you, Shorty. They were originally
No.
50. Then you made them 5, and then you put them back to 50.
I think I felt bad for you
We're
guys.
scalpers. We're scalpers.
They were more at one point, and then I was like, but I
Blind
thought they
and-
were 5.
I might have been gaslit. I don't know.
You were. We totally gaslit you, and you went with it.
All right,
great.
well, for the audience at home, my players gaslight me and tell me the prices are wrong.
No, we don't.
I never said that.
I'm
I
calling
never knew the
a
price.
trusted adult. Anyway, we don't have to necessarily go all in character for this, but tell me the plan. Obviously, you got to stop back by the school before you teleport, but how are we getting there?
Teleport.
Teleport.
That's so.
It's only,
How many do- how
it's
many-
I
only
would
a
cost
2-day
50 gold.
trip for 50 gold.
Yeah, like I feel like that's a lot of money.
8 or 10 days there, that's a lot of time.
Well, either way, Ava's teleporting with or without you guys.
Fine.
Bye.
You got 3.
I'm mad at you too. Don't
Not
be talking
to
Wow.
not to tell you how to play the game, but I believe we set up before that in a week's time you can make a decent amount of gold with the skills that you guys have. So Ava,
Mhm.
if you choose to teleport now and everybody else travels, you could spend that downtime making and selling poisons and actually
I
make
sure
some of your
am.
gold back.
I sure am.
So before we make that call, the rest of the group, what's the... I'll leave it down to individual characters by the end of it, but do we have a group consensus, or is it...
I'll teleport. And anyone needs one, I've got a spare one.
Does everyone have one?
I think
I
so.
think so, yeah.
Let's
I don't
teleport.
remember.
I vote teleport.
But if someone wants to walk, I can accompany
That's why I
you.
said I voted teleport.
All right, who's
Right,
teleporting?
We're using them? Alright.
I
Oh, all right.
All
I
right.
guess we're all using them.
I think at this point, unless someone calls it out, we're all teleporting back. You get back to the school. Oh, that lovely, lovely school. Home again, back on campus, just to immediately leave. Any pit stops before you guys go to this professor's office and teleport to Hillmount?
I need to talk to Lysilda.
I need to talk
Lysilda.
to Ava and Athera, and I want to buy a chest.
Cool. Bookmark that for just a second, because this next one's really easy.
all together.
Mentally
Leo,
bookmark.
I'm not going to
No.
make you roll for it, but you scour campus. Lysilda's not here. She's back home.
Wow, you didn't even talk to her
Whoa!
while you were there.
What I just hear? What I just
What?
hear?
She
What?
was
What?
in Stonewall.
Wow, we were just there.
How was I supposed to know she was there?
She lives
She
there.
lives
Sure.
there. What do you
more often?
Well, I
No.
mean, I
Be a
feel
good
like...
friend. Know her summer
Yeah.
plans.
Hello.
Well, shit.
So
Okay,
that
well.
settles that really quick. Gwen, what's this conversation you want to do?
Chest first. Well, no, Ava first.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm just listen. I'm just
She's not in
reminding
the
you.
mood for.
That's
What?
too bad. Knock on your door, whatever the fuck you are. I don't know where you are.
I don't know where I am
Hello?
either. Hi.
Sim sniffer out. Where is she?
I'm in my room. I'm in my
Alright.
room.
You, Ava.
And she is like working with all these liquids on a desk and has like gloves on and like goggles and turns around. Yeah.
You looking a lot like a goblin, I know right now.
She just
But-
flicks some of it at you.
It's... What is that for?
What?
You trying to poison me? I've already been through that. I don't want that
Oh,
again.
you think I'm making poison? Is that what you think I'm doing? I could have other
I know.
hobbies.
What you like making perfumes or something? What's this about?
Yeah, here, come smell this.
I'm afraid to.
Oh,
But anyways, maybe I will after I tell you what I want. Right?
okay. Well, maybe don't
Mhm.
smell it, but yes, go ahead.
Don't forget to tell Professor Rant that we're coming. Yeah, you have the thing, the scroll.
What?
Oh my gosh. The
I don't know what you're
scroll
talking
to
about.
contact Professor Rant to tell her we're meeting her in Aeortia. Ava.
But isn't Lucian able to just do that? Why
You're
do
the one who brought it up.
I
You're the one
only
who
have
originally brought it up, Ava. I don't know what to
I
tell
don't
you.
remember what you're talking about. I don't know what
Oh
you're
my
talking about
God.
at all.
Insight check.
D1 gaslighter here.
17 minutes in, bro. Inside
go.
checking Ava.
Let's go.
Should we just
Oh,
start every session
fine.
by rolling
I'll-
insight check against Ava? No, you know she's lying. It's so you guys made this plan together. I'm not gonna make you roll an insight check
Really?
for something you were there for.
That's just straight up bullshit. I don't know
All
what to tell you.
all right. I'll use one of my scrolls.
Thank
as you
you.
wish.
You're such a good friend.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll see.
You want some
Manipulative.
peanuts?
Flicks more of the poison at you.
Okay, well, I guess you don't
What
give
the fuck?
fucking peanuts. Jesus.
It's a good
Whoever
poison.
that
It's
is,
like
Jesus.
alcohol. Alcohol's poison. It makes you feel good, right?
In this setting, we say piranum. Thank you.
Piranum? Who the fuck is that?
It's like it's a god. What do you mean? You really aren't knowledgeable of the gods, are you?
Bye, Keenma. All
I
right,
don't-
how
I
about
don't-
that?
I
That
don't-
better?
Ava wasn't even there when you guys went to that temple dedicated to Piranha, and she still knows
Yeah.
about it. Anyway, Ava,
She was there.
you use a sending scroll.
I
You let
guess.
Professor Ranth know, like, hey, we're leaving school soon. We'll be on the way. We'll confirm that you use one. Take it out of your inventory. As much as it hurts my heart watching you have a wizard in your party with that spell and not
That
doing
made
that.
me 3 of them.
Yeah, those
and
cost
spent
money.
all his money to make.
Yeah. Oh, it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts. Anyway, that's fine.
I
Gwen,
mean, I
what's
made
your-
them in the first place, so it's fine.
Yeah. What else are you doing?
I go up to Ava, give her a smooch on both of her cheeks, hug her, and leave.
Well, that's new.
And Tara
Is that-
pops out of the closet.
Friendship? Is this a new friendship thing? Oh God, no.
It's not firebolt this time. It's fireball.
Oh, you dead.
We're both
Um,
dead.
All right, buying a chest now.
Cool. You
Real
go
quick.
to the shop
yeah?
on campus.
How much is that?
One of them pitches you an idea. You can buy just a normal chest for about 4.5 gold. Or if you feel like making the, extra purchase there, they do have a pretty easy magic item that they could give you. It is a chest of preserving that keeps everything
No,
in it.
I don't need that.
Okay, 4.5 gold. Tempted to say 5 now.
Whoa, what? All right, okay.
Yeah.
Can we go to
4.5.
Whisper Real quick?
Can we?
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
suppose so. We didn't hear a word you just said.
I just said fuck you to Leo.
Oh.
That's what. I was just gonna ask how much can the chest fit 500 gold? That's what.
I'm
That's
sure
it.
it can.
I just don't want them to know.
Yeah, I'm sure it can.
Okay. Thank you, Shorty. Thanks for the whisper.
I love being a DM.
That's it.
Look at it, she's conniving.
That's why it's a secret. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's fast.
Gwen's planning to
Hi.
murder you all.
Mm-hmm.
She's stuffing the
We
bodies
heard
in the chest.
everything.
Inside shit.
All right, I'm grabbing Athera and bringing her into my room.
Wow,
heard it
where
all.
did you get this new chest, Gwen? What are you doing with the chest?
All right, you got that bag of holding, yeah?
Yeah, why?
Help me put this in the bag.
The chest?
The chest.
How big is the chest?
Don't worry about it. It's
No,
going in the
like-
bag.
I mean, imagine a Skyrim chest.
I don't know if the bag is big. I'm like opening.
We'll make it work. It's stretchy, isn't it? I don't know how that works.
I don't. Yeah, it stretches.
All right, let's put this in there.
Okay, I'll open the bag. I'm not lifting it. Wait.
Okay, I'm
wait
gonna
till-
try to shove it in there, Shorty.
I'm gonna say that you
What?
guys can. I'm not keeping track of how much is in this bag of holding, but maybe you guys will have to if you're stuffing an entire chest.
Oh, I'm
in
keeping
there.
track.
There is the tab,
Okay.
isn't there?
I do. I
Yeah,
have
use
the
it.
thing
Do we
on
still
my
use that?
character sheet.
Oh, okay.
All wax.
We don't use it, but if one person's keeping track of it, it's fine. You get it in there.
There's now a suspicious chest.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
large chest. Heavy. Kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Heavy man.
All right, that's it. That's all I
Heavy
wanted to
chest.
do.
Cool.
Thank you, Shorty.
You're so welcome.
Excuse me.
Any others?
Can I buy the thing, Shorty?
Yes, we planned this out beforehand. You are buying the thing. That will be, if you want to haggle a little bit for it, you can probably get it for 40 gold.
Nah, I'll just take whatever the base price is and hope that builds a good relationship later on.
All right, 45.
Got it.
Word. With that, last call. Going once, going twice. You guys go to a specific professor's office. This professor, Lucian, you know well. She is a wizard professor. She is very stern at face value. You think she's a rigid teacher. You think she is like harsh with her work. She has no room for laughing or for fun. But in reality, total jokester. She's a ghost, and she loves using that as the butt of jokes. Like, first day of class, she acts like she's haunting the classroom, freaking people out. It's great. You go to her office. I'm going to say that you cleared this out with her beforehand. You let her know that you're going to like use her teleport over the summer, and she's totally fine with it. You go to Professor Neralne's room, and you guys can teleport to Hillmount whenever you see fit.
Is that the city I wouldn't like?
I mean, you wouldn't like a lot of cities.
Yeah, but is it the city I won't like that we have to go to Aeortia?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, then I'm telling everybody that they need, this is like low key, like best behavior. We're in and out. That's it. Or I'm not going.
What? Is there a library? No, I'm joking.
I
No
will stab
library
you.
where we're going.
Cool.
Right, yeah, I'm good to go.
I'm going to say that this is happening at around noon, peak time of the day. You take the teleporter and you arrive, and the first thing that happens is your senses are completely berated, changing over from Uralumis's calm, quiet campus to immediately a bustling city full of people. The first thing that you get is the smell. It is kind of rank. The city smells like trash that's been tossed aside, like rotting on the side of streets. Dumpsters overflowing, and people not really taking care of the area around them. Filled with chatter, banter, people are laughing and haggling. There are markets full of people walking around, peddling their wares, trying to pull people in. But you also hear this constant metallic thud of heavy boots on a cobblestone road. And as you guys, arrive in this sort of office area, there's a little metallic tang in the air from the teleportation. You walk over to the window and you see these tall 2, 3, 4, 5-story brick buildings that give way to these dark alleys. Shuffling movement across a plaza, a marketplace. Shadows moving around every corner. People talking to each other and making shady deals down every nook and cranny they can find. The city can't seem to sit still. It is full of life. It is bustling. It is hectic. And you guys are sitting here on the second story of a little home. You hear a small, like a small little explosion from the floor underneath you. You begin walking around, and then Professor Neralne floats through the door and kind of yawns and stretches, probably just waking up at noon. She says, Oh, welcome in. Sorry for the mess. I can't pick up.
You should hire a cleaner.
I should hire someone to do that, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Duly noted.
Any recommendations of walking through this town? We're not going to stay here for very long.
Well, if someone tries to put jewelry on you, don't let them.
Okay.
If a kid asks you to follow them down an alleyway, don't do it. Don't mess with the people in the big shiny armor. And watch where you step. There are puddles everywhere, and they're not water.
Pickpockets?
All very good points. But we're not going to be staying here like at all. We're in and out.
Keep our gold close to
What
us.
time is it?
It's noon, so I guess. Oh, it's different now because it's maybe a different place.
Yeah, you guys teleport, and it is actually a little bit earlier in the morning at this part of the world. Instead of the noon or 1 o'clock, it's probably closer to 9, 10 a.m. closer here. Lucian's good to point that out. High intelligence characters, love to see it.
I'm just thinking about how I can use this to sort of get more out of the day.
But Neralne kind of motions towards the rest of her house. She explains that it kind of just covers the second and third stories. Don't mind the noises from underneath. There's an alchemy shop down there, and the owner is not very good. But she says, I would say make yourself at home, but don't. I mean,
Now
you're,
we've got
you're just
people, right?
passing through. I like your idea. In and out. Go quick.
Yes. Very
Um,
quick.
you guys aren't going to need to come back through, are you?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I think we're going to use returning stones.
Cool. Yeah.
Everyone has one. Yeah. Just double checking.
I've got
hope
2.
everyone has. I have like 2 or 3 tucked away that I could let you borrow 1 or 2, but I need one to get back to campus myself.
I
They're only
think
worth
we're
5
good.
gold, so yeah, we'll take them.
5? Where are you getting them for 5? Are you gaslighting me, Lucian?
I swear I bought one once for 50 gold. I don't know how you got 5.
We didn't get them for 5. We paid the normal price, guys. Come on.
Good. Unless you want to start making them
Yeah.
yourself, 50 gold a piece. Anyway,
Unless I got scammed. I don't know. It's
no one's scammed.
No.
All right,
no
come
one's
on.
scammed.
Go enjoy the city. Try not to get robbed. You know, all these fun
No,
things. And she kind of
I'm
ushers you
enjoying.
guys towards a door out onto a little patio area. There is almost like a fire escape that leads down. The entrance to her home is in this sort of alleyway off in the side of this plaza in the city. So she kind of ushers you guys out and she says, I'm going to lock the door behind you. Don't come back and knock because I'm going to assume it's someone I don't want in my house. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
Are we heading to the dock?
Immediately.
Yeah.
Athera!
Okay.
Athera.
Whoa.
I forgot. She's gonna grab your shoulders and just start shaking you. Ring. Give me the ring. Give me the ring. Give me the ring.
Oh,
What?
okay.
You two married.
Of you, I'm talking to you.
What's happening?
There.
What ring? Oh, Druidic.
Oh, something's
I-
happening.
I think
Sorry,
she said she's giving it to
Druidicness.
me.
You startled
Druidic.
her too much, is what happened.
I am
Gross.
so sorry.
You made her go back
This
to
is shock.
default.
I came on too strong. I'm so sorry. Are you there? Did I break you?
Just give her a moment.
I think you broke her.
Better.
I think she's
really
saying yes, you can
did.
have the ring. I feel like I'm a
I
little bit
think
druidic
I feel like
from
you're
my
right,
time as a
Gwen.
child.
I think so. She's just gonna take
God.
the ring off her finger.
Did we ask directions to the dock? Does anyone know where the dock is?
Do I know where the dock is? I feel like I might.
door.
You knock back on the door and
Do you not
Neralne
have a
like
map?
sticks her head through the wall and she's like, I just told you not to knock.
I know. Where's the dock? Where's the dock?
Oh my god. Where are you guys going?
To the dock.
Aeortia.
Oh,
Aeortia.
if you're going to, I mean, the only docks are north of here, but there are ferries that'll take you across the Carsavenian. They're a couple gold. Hope you're willing to spend it, but
We're good.
great. Yeah,
Mhm.
just head north. It's not going to be here. It's going to be, you'll just go to one of the villages. There's 2 of them up north. Up to you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
All
You
right.
guys head off. So, first couple of things. You pass by, and in a window on the shop underneath Neralne's home, you see a little sign that's sticking out where like one of the chain rungs is broken off and it's kind of swinging back and forth, tilted. And it says Missy's Mishaps. Through one of the big windows out on the front, you see a woman like quickly walking back and forth from one room to another, and she is covered in black soot. Her hair is like shot up on one side. She is absolute chaos. As you guys get out into this plaza, the streets are incredibly populated and busy. Through some parts of it, you have to literally like turn sideways and shuffle through crowds of people as you guys are going, with a wide plethora of demographics here. You see some people walking around in these rich, elaborate silks. They have these big fancy hats on. They're walking with canes and people are moving out of their way. You also have people who are in these torn rags that really barely cover them, and they're walking around asking for spare copper pieces. And then a third demographic seems to permeate as well. At every corner, there seems to be some presence of this large golden suit of armor with an emblazoned sun with 7 points on the chest, as the Ardent Solace populates the city and is ever present, watching every corner that they can. So you exit Neralne's house, and all of this immediately floods you. If you guys are trying to exit the city without being really seen or detected, I'm going to need some checks, because that's going to be kind of hard.
What do they care for?
I'll let you know, in a city this busy, the DC is low, but the group average is what matters. I need you guys to make one of the following checks, but whichever one you pick, I need you to explain to me how you're making that check. You can either do stealth to just sort of stay out of people's line of sight, not catch too much attention. You could even do deception if you want to make it seem like you belong here, you're normal, this is the place that you live. I would even accept performance if you are specifically trying to portray a specific scene to get yourself out of the city. So I'll let you guys pick what you roll it, and then tell me your results, and we'll see if the group average beats the DC that I have set.
I'd say my robes are quite like posh and stuff, so I'm trying to like fit in as if I belong with that.
Beautiful.
Wait, I feel like my armor stands out, doesn't it?
It probably does.
Are you wearing it?
You got a cloak
I
you
am.
can throw over that bad
You
boy?
like Rosaries? Rosaries is the one that always wears it.
Oh man, can I take off my armor?
You
put
In the middle of the street.
You
gonna
tuck
duck
down
off.
the
I'm gonna duck off
alleyway.
into an alley.
A couple of people are like back in this alley, like talking to each other, like passing each other things. You see a satchel of gold coins get passed from one to the other. You start going down and stripping off your armor, and you make eye contact with them, and they just walk away.
That's right. Keep it moving.
So how much for your services?
What? Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, my bad.
It takes you a couple of minutes. Taking off armor is faster than putting it on, but we'll say like 5 minutes. You get all your pieces unbuckled, you take it off, you stuff it in the bag of holding. It's the chest. It
Perfect.
jingles a little bit. And you guys are ready to go. So let's start running through these checks. I won't have a specific order. I'll let you guys just call them out as you get them.
17 deception.
Ooh.
14 deception.
Do you still have
I
those robes
got
I gave you? Leo's. Okay. They're like medium armor.
Wait. Yeah, I do have that. The shift weaver.
Yeah.
All right, we got a
I'm gonna have to
17,
put
that on at some
14.
point.
I got a dirty 20
Slip that on
for
there.
stealth,
Yeah.
because I have my cloak of elven kind, and I also want to like kind of hide away so people don't try to put jewelry on me.
Word, word. Yeah. All right. 17, 14, 20. I mean, at this point, the average is looking really good.
21.
Hell yeah.
Stealth.
I'm going deception, and I rolled a 24.
I think we're good.
Oh, damn.
Not to be the one that brings down the average.
Oh, shit.
What did you do, stealth?
I,
You natural
Shorty, I chose not to roll because if one of the Ardent Solace was picking on a civilian, I'd try to fight him.
Absolutely. So I'm going
By
to count
that
that.
I mean the party has to drag me away.
I'm going to count that
I'm
as
gonna put on the
0.
shift weave armor real quick too.
Go for it. Okay, we'll say that's another couple minutes that you guys are sitting in this alley, getting a view of the city, taking it all in, preparing yourself. As you guys begin to head through and navigate the city, you're trying to head north. I'm going to let you guys know it takes a couple of hours to get out of here. It's a big city. You've been to a couple of big cities like Ilium and Valorun are also massive, but you're mostly just like going to one place and you're done. This place, trying to navigate through it, takes you guys probably a good 2.5, 3 hours before you were out at the gate ready to go. In that time, Rosaries, roll me a perception check.
14.
14, okay. In that time, you guys are walking, and you do see multiple instances of, they feel pretty minor, of Ardent Solace, you know, people in full suits of golden armor walking around. Some people will be in an alleyway making a shady deal, and then they walk up and one of them runs away, and then they just grab the other one by the wrist and then see that they're doing some sort of shady deal, and then begin escorting them away. But nothing that implies that they're doing anything super oppressive yet. until you get closer to the gate and you guys are met with two of the Ardent Solace members who stop you before you can exit the city. They step in front of you before you get to the gate. One of them just kind of takes off his helmet, looks at you guys, and he says, where are you going?
Is that any of your business, sir?
It is my business. You're trying to use my gate.
We're leaving the city, not entering the city.
Well, yeah, if you were entering the city, you would need the proper paperwork. You would need to be approved. You'd have to go through the whole process. Leaving's easy.
Good.
Yeah, it'll just be
We're
You
just-
can go.
We're just trying to get to the docks.
great.
Get a boat.
He starts counting you guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's like, okay. That'll just be 12 gold. You'll be on your way.
What the
None
fuck?
of your business, Lucian. That's so rude.
I'm trying to put this persona up.
Is there a thing
Okay.
that we
Wait,
don't know
insight
about?
check. I want to see if this is normal. Does he look like he does this all the time?
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
About to
20.
get scammed.
30, 20.
Okay. He does look like he does this all the time. You're willing to bet that it's not city policy. It's just his policy. But he stands in front of you. The other guards that are there, there's like 2 or 3 others in the area. They don't seem to be stopping him. So he's standing in front of you, arms crossed, big hulking figure, imposing armor, and he says, "You better hurry and give that 12 gold before I change my mind and make it 15."
Have
Fine,
Aethera
I'll
and
do
I
it.
been through here before?
I'll pay him.
Lucian, you drop the money in his hand, and he makes a motion to the other guards who open the gate just enough for you guys to leave. Gwen, I don't think you guys have. I don't think either of
Okay.
you have been here, if I'm correct.
Okay, just
Didn't
wondering.
realize the Ardent Solace was so crooked.
Yeah. Doesn't seem worth the trouble at the moment.
Really? You guys
feel
just
like-
don't pay attention. I feel like I've said that.
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
Who
sure
the
was-
fuck
Ava's
both
was
of you,
saying it.
anyways? And she's
I was
just
saying
walking
it
off.
for them to hear it.
No, don't do that.
Even if you
As
say
I
it where
walk
they
past-
can hear it, you begin to exit, you say that, and you
Oh
just
my
hear them
God.
kind of like chuckle and kind of count the coins off in their hand and stick it in a pocket. And they let you leave anyway.
How much
As I
is that?
walk
Like,
past, I'm
worth
gonna
of money?
accidentally kick him and walk out.
Oh.
exactly like I did for Room.
Okay.
Or what if you accidentally trip over one and then you threaten to sue them?
Oh.
There
Get
we
your
go.
12 gold back.
Rosarius, can you make me a
Double it.
dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, fuck. This is wild already.
5.
Cool. You act like you trip over him and kind of mess your footing up a bit. You kick him, and then he shoves you in the back right after that, and you fully lay out on the ground. And he kind of stands above you, holding his spear by his side and squatting down. He says, "You might want to watch where you're going. Exiting the city is a privilege you might not keep. You keep, getting in our way."
He was only joking. I'll try and grab his berries.
He's pretty clumsy.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sold that armor.
He
Gotcha.
looks down at your armor, notices that there are like quite a few notches and scrapes and things from fights that you've been in. And he reaches down with his spear and just gives you an extra little nick on your boot. He says, "Here, one for the road. Leave before you get more."
I think for the rest of you, notice the necklace that I'm wearing starts to light up a familiar shade of blue. So that's your sign to either pull me out of the city or it's a fight.
Come on, Rosari.
Grab him.
Grab him.
We're all gonna
Grab
grab
him
this
now.
Come on,
Everybody
mate.
grab this
Everyone's
motherfucker.
laughing and like giggling.
You guys begin to exit, and he kind of waves at you, smiling a little bit, blows you a kiss, and then just shakes his head.
I'm gonna
And
blow him a kiss back.
he
Fuck that guy.
ignores it.
That's fucked up. Fuck you. Never mind, sorry.
You guys are out.
Just get through the city.
You're out of the city. There are still hills and cottages and farms and plenty of lived-in land, but you guys are walking for a couple of hours. It's a pretty nice area, save for the chaos of the city. Like, the nature is really pretty. There's lots of fields of flowers. There's some windmills that you guys pass by. You see children playing on farms, plenty of animals. Pretty nice area. But you head north and you travel for about an hour and a half or 2 hours until you guys eventually arrive in the little village, like a little sleepy fishing village with lots of docks and things, by the name of Laristed. Here, you guys go to some of, like, not the fishing boat docks, but like the ferry docks, and they are willing to take you across. There's this little inland sea called the Carsavenian that they will ferry you across to Twintide for a total of 20 gold. So yet another expense that you guys are facing.
Someone else can chip in? I chipped in for the bribe.
No.
Yeah. What am I doing?
Thank you.
The ferry that you
20
guys want to
gold.
hire, it doesn't matter how many people you take across. His charge for getting across and taking you to Twintide is 20 gold pieces.
Okay. I will pay the 20 gold pieces.
Fantastic. This
Such a nice friend.
this like human fisherman sailor guy, he's got like the long scraggly beard, his hair is pulled back underneath a little cap that he wears, he's got like the thick coat on over so that he blocks the water from splashing on him. He escorts you guys on. You get a couple cabins on this decent sized ferry. It's not the biggest, but he takes you across the Carsavenian, this nice calm water. And eventually the sun falls. You guys sleep on this boat, so if you need to take a long rest, you can. You guys wake up the next morning. You're still on the water, and then a couple of hours later that pass, you guys eat some of your rations. And
Mage armor.
Mage armor again. Daily ritual. You guys get to the village of Twintide somewhere around like 2 or 3 o'clock. And to give you an idea of what this place looks like, the ferry follows up this river that slowly narrows from the sea that you were in. You're traveling up this river, and in the distance, the mist and the fog gives way, and you guys see these huge scaling cliffs, some 150, 200 feet high. From it, a waterfall descends and crashes into a little lake that it has formed, which brews up all this mist, covering this little seaside village in this nice, just cover of water. As you go up, the boat pulls to the side after, docking in this village, and then you guys exit, and you are here in the little village of Twintide.
Sick. We're in Aeortia, guys. Welcome.
Hey, looks nice.
It's very
Mhm.
quaint.
Way better than the other place.
What's
Wisteria?
the other place?
That's what it's called?
What were we going to say?
Yeah. Wisteria? Is that the name?
I think so.
Which continent are you referring to?
Oh, the one Uri Loomis is on. Yeah?
I was there, yeah.
Mysteria.
The boring one.
Yeah. The boring one. Why
I
have
like
bears when you can have owl bears? Way better.
What?
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 Where do we go?
What's the plan here?
We're meeting him with Ranth. Somewhere.
Where?
Oh, Brand. Well,
I mean,
so
this
let's
is-
go.
This is where you're supposed to meet with Ranth. You sent her the sending scroll that you were on your way. You're not exactly sure when she's going to get here. To make it fast, chances are you guys are probably just going to rest in the village for the night, get a room at an inn, and meet her eventually. Today, tomorrow, might even take her 2 days. You're not sure.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to Rosari's and just be like, what was the purpose of that?
Of what we just did, a multiple day journey.
No,
I'm going to walk up behind him, too.
the Arden Solace. Why'd you kick him?
He deserved a good kicking. I'm
Do
confused
you
about
think
the
that would
question.
help?
It made me
in
feel
our
better.
goal? Did it?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, you almost got us in
Yeah, I thought
trouble.
we was...
Gesundheit to both of you. Would one of you like to speak at a time?
Oh, sorry. It's Lucian's show. I'll let him talk.
Yeah, after you.
Oh. I was... I was just backing you up. I thought we were supposed to be like low key while we
Yeah.
were here.
Yeah, that's what I thought we agreed.
I distinctly remember I didn't say anything nor agree to that.
What's with the necklace? Pretty sure I saw it glowing.
My magic tends to make things glow. I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know. The first time I think I saw him have that thing on, he beat Beatrice's ass. So that's strange, isn't it?
I can do that from time to time. I'm getting
Really?
a fair amount stronger.
Without that
Presume
necklace,
it's not
mate.
these
Come on, really?
sometimes.
You really think a necklace is what's causing
She
me to
sends
do
you.
that?
She sends you to the nurse's office every week. Come on.
Doesn't mean that's always going to be the case.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
It just didn't seem sensible. And you seemed like a sensible person.
Well, recent events have made me a little less open for discussion. Speaking of discussion, are we done here, or does this have a point?
You just almost got us in trouble.
Oh,
We're in a-
I'm sorry. The one time I do it, it's a big deal, but every other time y'all get me in trouble, I have to deal with it.
When have we got you in
Whoa.
trouble?
Whoa.
Where did we go? That was a library that you needed help with researching, Lucian?
All right, that was a.
That's like the one time.
Hey, Leo, whose friend that you apparently don't care about did I help save?
Okay.
That was a mistake. That was the purposeful thing you did. I went there on the pretext that we were going to get out.
Hey, Leo, who is the reason why we had to fight the Ardent Prince? Verdant Prince, whatever his name is. Because you made a deal? A way to fix the situation?
All right, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah. So the one time I make a mistake because I have my own reasons, it's a big deal.
I feel like it was an unnecessary mistake when we already made a plan going in here.
Ava's gonna come
Right.
up next to Rosari's and cross her hands at you two, or cross her arms. How about he did whatever he felt was right, just like you did, Leo? So why don't you two back off and let's just move on?
Everyone makes mistakes.
Everybody
wasn't a
makes
mistake.
mistakes, Leo.
Look, we're just checking in.
Like me shooting a Thera with an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Right,
Speaking
now
of
you're
that,
all best
fine.
friends.
Speaking of that, this conversation ends before we have another run-in with that type of situation.
Yeah.
Do you not think there was a
Yeah, let's
purpose
go.
behind our actions?
What was that, Lucian?
Do you not think there was a purpose behind our actions when we did them? Leo was trying to save someone. I was looking for information and made a mistake. You attacked someone for no apparent reason.
Yeah, difference is mine wasn't a mistake. It was for a purpose. So,
Right, I don't. Look, let's just let it go for now. We're just saying that things have been a little off with you is all.
I think things have been great. So if you have a problem, it's on your end. And at best stay on your end. Because I'm kind of tired of dealing with the crap, Leo.
I'm sorry.
That's
I think
surprising.
you need to
I didn't
watch
know
your
you
fucking
could.
mouth.
I didn't know you
I
could
think you should
apologize.
walk away, everybody. Walk away. Goodbye.
Thera walks away.
Thera's like, I'm done with this.
Bye-bye.
Ain't gotta tell her
I'm gonna
twice.
follow a Thera.
I'm gonna say at
No.
this
Like,
point,
we're walking.
Leo's gonna start walking away.
yeah, you
Yeah, we'll
guys
probably
kind
turn
of
around.
disperse. There is only one inn in this little tiny little village. So you guys are all forced to stay in the same area, but you do not have to interact with each other while you are here.
I could sleep outside in a tent.
What?
Good.
Could.
Why would you need to do that? Huh?
Because I want to be
I'm
far
sure
away.
it's
I want to be far away.
Possibly not the wisest decision.
I'll have Loki
Fine.
spend the night out by her tent.
Sure, yeah. Point is, you guys go to sleep. You wake up in the morning. A lot of you have a pretty good sleep schedule, I'm going to assume. Especially Lucian, especially Athera. You guys wake up early in the morning. Again, the village is like covered in this mist, this fog coming in from the waterfall, from the ocean. While you're looking around, you notice that this giant sort of dirt, clay, and rocky cliffside that this village is nestled under, the top of it is incredibly green. There are vines and moss growing and creeping down. There are huge trees that you can barely see from this angle, but you see their distant canopies way up there. I know Gwen said you're in Aeortia, but I'm going to say that you guys piece together that this is not Aeortia. This is the edge of Aeortia. On top of this little cliff, that's where you're headed. But a couple hours into the morning, you guys are out doing your things. When you might be outside, messing with your bow, sharpening some arrows, Lucian reading a book, Rosari's training, working out, something. Leo, you're probably in prayer. Athera, maybe you're just spending time in nature, looking at the wonderful fish that are swimming around in the stream. Ava at her little tent, looking at Loki, who keeps acting like he wasn't looking at you and looking away. You guys are all greeted by an approaching as a large set of wings approach. Will everyone give me a perception check real quick?
There is no point in me doing that.
Probably not.
I got
16.
a 12.
I got a 7.
13.
19?
I got 15.
So everyone but Leo then. Leo, you're 2 in prayer. You're like inside the tavern still praying and finishing up breakfast and things like that. The rest of you guys, you're already out starting your day. You guys watch as hundreds of feet up on this cliffside from above the trees, you watch as a distant figure, it looks like a massive bird, flies out over the trees, and then you watch as the wings tuck in and it dives straight down for you. And it's going, and it's speeding up, and it's going, and then right as it gets about 70 feet above the ground, the wings splay out again, and it glides off across above you. And you see your professor, Esamari Ranth, riding a griffin, circling the village, and then flies down and lands beside Ava's tent. This large, hulking creature, gray and brown feathers met with a sort of tan-colored body of a lion, huge eagle wings, bright orange piercing eyes that stare right into you. You thought Loki was bad. He's fine. This harpy immediately nuzzles down by your fire and is just staring at you so intently. But Ranth hops off, adjusts the saddle a little bit, fixes her clothes, and says, "Hey kid, where's the rest of your party?"
Don't know, don't care. Why?
I'm meeting you guys here.
That's crazy.
You're meeting Gwen. I don't really know why. She's probably eating. That's what I would guess.
That's fucked up. I don't always eat.
Fair
I
assumption.
mean, you always have a snack with you.
Well,
You can go find them.
It's a good guess.
listen,
Yeah.
I have been writing for a while now, so I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna lay here for just a couple minutes if you want to gather your troops, and then we will head out.
Don't really want to do that. But
Neither do
since you
I.
asked so nicely, then can't I just lay here with you for a little bit? Can we just not?
We have to get a move on. I can't stress enough how long it's gonna take to get you guys from point A to point B.
I don't even know where we're going. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I'll go find them.
Thank you.
Loki, actually go alert Rosaris, please.
Okay, Loki's gonna say in my mind, like, "Hey, Master, there's a new person with a flying creature that I want to be petted by. Can I get petted by him?" I'm just gonna be like, "Okay." I'll tell everyone else that, "Hey, I think Rand's here."
As you
Good, I don't have to
guys
do anything.
coalesce on the scene one by one or as a group, Loki is over standing close to Ranth's griffin while she is like sitting beside the fire warming herself up a little bit. Loki is sitting there like with his head down trying to nuzzle the griffin, and the griffin is just side-eyeing him so hard. Loki is talking in your mind
Boy.
like, I don't think it likes me. It's
Just hey, just try to get used to it, okay?
as they're sitting there attempting to interact, the first actual movement you guys see this griffin do is like a snap of the beak at Loki, who jumps back and gets startled a little bit and like trots off back towards you. And then the griffin kind of nuzzles down into the ground and closes its eyes and lays beside Ranth, who starts petting its head. Ranth turns around, look at you guys, and is like, "Took y'all long enough."
Whoa, that thing's yours, Run?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Hmm?
Where can I get one?
Wait, kind
Seems
of
just like-
anywhere. They're everywhere in Aeortia. I guess they're more common over towards Sylva's Hotel, but oh, all the rangers use them in the city, at
I've
least.
seen a druid turn into one before, but
They're
that's
just
about it.
jealous.
mm-hmm.
Well, are you guys ready to get on the road? It's going to be a trip.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Where
Right.
are we going?
Sivama.
Yeah,
What?
you guys are going to Sevima. I am taking you as far as Arbori, which is about 2/3 of the way there, but not the full trip. Here, we'll talk and walk at the same time. She stands up, puts out your fire, motions towards her griffin, and they start walking off east away from the city. You guys begin walking east, following the cliff sides that seem to slowly be dwindling down a little bit. And Ranth kind of catches you guys up to speed. She says, "So the plan is, I'm going to fly up above the trees to help guide you guys, because if you try to navigate yourself, you're going to get lost. You can't see enough of the sky to make an accurate judgment, and the forest has a really good way of turning you around. So, I'll be up, you follow. It'll probably take us 2 or 3 days to get to Arbori, and then from there, it's barely a day's travel to Sevima, and you're home."
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the plan. While we're there, don't touch anything, don't lick anything, don't eat anything, don't smell anything, don't drink the water. I'm sorry, Athera, I don't speak Druidic. I'm a ranger. You can drink the water if it's running, but if it's still water, don't drink it. Do not. For the most part, just don't do anything. Gwen will take lead and help you guys out.
Hey, Ranth, can I borrow you and your map real quick?
You can borrow me. I don't think a
You
map.
have a map. Lucy,
Gwen-
you got a map?
Gwen,
No, this
you've
place.
lived here. You know there's not a
Okay.
map.
Well, listen.
I mean,
It's like
there's-
a general area.
Yeah, there's
yeah?
like general directions and things, but I don't need those. I know where I'm going.
Okay. Ranth. She's going to pull Ranth
Mhm.
to the side real quick.
Yeah.
You know about the Grung village, kind of not too far off from Sivama?
Yeah, it's actually, it's not directly on the way, but it's past Arbori. It's out on one of
Yeah,
the
we're gonna-
lakes or rivers, somewhere in there.
I'd like to stop there because Ava is interested in the Grung, but it's funny because she doesn't know that they're people. So keep that on the down low.
Bird Captain. Well,
Yeah.
when we stop in Arbori, I'll give you directions. It's not too much. You'll head straight north to Sevima, but then you'll make a little detour east whenever you hit the river. Rung Village is like half a mile down, and then you just keep going north until you hit Sevima.
All right, sick.
Cool.
Thank you, Ranth. That was it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, roll call. Everybody's here. Everybody's safe and accounted for. Great. So, we got a plan, right? No one's going to eat any flowers.
Yes.
Everyone say yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. If you die, you die. All right, we're not going to drink any still water. We're not going to lick anything. We're not going to poke any
Mhm.
creatures or anything that
Yep.
looks like a tree or a stone, because it could be a creature. Great. Cool.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. She
Everyone's
continues guiding you
in agreement.
guys until eventually you find this. It's not even a path up the cliffside. The cliffs do get shorter and shorter. Now they're probably only about 40 or 50 feet high, but you do still have to scale them. There look to be like footholes and things that you guys can climb up, but it's a little more shelved at this point. So instead of climbing up the whole 150 feet, you can kind of climb up and stop, and then climb up a little bit more and stop. So it's a lot more jagged. Ranth hops on her griffin and just says, I'm going to meet you guys at the top. Flying takes a lot, so I'm not about to sit here and climb a cliff just because you guys have to. See you up there. And she flies up.
Bye.
So for all of you down here on the ground, I need a DC 10 athletics check to climb up these various little cliff shelves.
I'm gonna tell Loki that I'll summon him once I get to the top.
17.
I'm gonna tell Loki
I
that
also rolled a
I'll summon him
17.
once I get to the
Say it.
top.
17.
Does it have to be athletics?
Yes, it does. Also,
It can't be acrobat. I can't like do.
nope, because
cool
you are
footwork.
pulling yourself up.
I'm so weak. Okay,
I rolled a
well,
9.
that's a 14.
All right, all right.
Jeez.
Gamma got a 9. Anybody else fail? Get below a 10.
I got 18.
So, if I turn into the Leonix, does that make it any easier for me?
I think it actually make it harder because the like footholds to get up the shelves are definitely built for humanoid creatures.
So it's like rock climbing. It's not like
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I see. Fine. I failed.
For the two that failed, I have a catch here. Lucy, you got a 9. Athera, what'd you get?
An 8.
Okay. Both of you can choose to succeed, but you have to take a level of exhaustion.
Oof.
What happens if I fail?
Yeah, what happens?
If you fail, you climb up and you fall back down and you take damage. And you can't make it up. Like you have to have someone help you.
I'll take an
What
exhaustion.
if? What
If I
if
notice anyone
What if
struggling,
I
Loose and cast fly.
use
the
my
map.
druidic?
I was wondering why you
Crap.
didn't.
Yeah, well,
what are you trying
anyways,
to do, Thera? What's going on?
if I use druidcraft and make like extra holds from vines for myself.
I'll give you advantage. Make the check again.
Okay. it's a 1, but not a natural
Oh.
one. It's I have a -1 on this.
Even with the help of the vines and stuff, this sheer cliff face. I mean this with absolute sincerity. This is not just a like steep cliff. This is, if not straight up and down, it actually leans out a little bit as it goes up. Like this entire place seems to be hoisted up from the ground and separated from the land below, which makes it very difficult to traverse, even with the help of summoning vines from things and stuff like that. If you do not have the strength to hold your body up, it doesn't work. So again, I will give you the
That's
choice
fair.
to force yourself to succeed and take a level of exhaustion, or you have to find another way up.
I was gonna say, if I notice anyone struggling, would I be able to maybe help them?
Potentially, if you have like a rope or something, when you get to the top.
How far up is it?
Okay.
Do I have a rope?
It's about 100 to 150 feet total. I said
Wow,
total.
okay.
Each of the
As-
shelves, each of the shelves is like 20, 30 feet.
As I'm falling, can I like do an intelligence check, see if I can cast fly on myself?
Yeah, I'll say as you start falling, you could just you could cast fly on yourself and catch yourself. So no
Okay.
level of exhaustion, but a 3rd level spell slot.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's done.
I'll take the exhaustion. I think that makes sense for her.
All right, you guys get.
I forget what that does.
It's just a -1 to all d20 checks for a while.
Out.
Level 1 doesn't do much. You guys all get to the top. As you get to the part of the land that's at least not a cliff, it's not flat by any means. It is hilly and moving. There are sounds coming from the forest. You hear like babbling rivers and things moving along. This giant, enormous jungle sprawls out in front of you. Inside of it, the sun is basically lost. It is the middle of the day, and it is almost pitch black in that forest simply because of the density of the canopy of leaves. You do see a couple stray rays of sun breaking through and making an appearance for a couple of seconds before the leaves sway back and cover it up. It is anything but quiet. As a matter of fact, getting up to the top of this cliff, you hear the rushing of wind, you hear the chirping of birds, you hear animals moving through bits of bushes and grass. Every slight breeze causes the trees to dance and move, and you hear all the leaves rustling. As you get up and you start to take some steps into the woods, it smells unlike anything you've ever experienced, except for probably Gwen and Aethera. The scent of dirt and pine, nature at its absolute barest, but elevated so strongly that you almost forget how terrible Hillmount smelled just a few days ago. Completely lost. Now it is just pure woods. On the ground, you see endless little critters and bugs crawling underneath the dirt to find their home under mounds of dirt covered by leaves and bushes. And then what little bit of a path lies ahead is covered by massive trees that reach up and pierce the sky. And I say massive because they are genuinely huge. You look out ahead of you, and some of these trees probably span upwards of 300 feet tall. They are enormous. With every step that you guys begin to take, led by Ranth, who is walking with her griffin, sort of pointing out where you're going to go, the ground seems to cushion your feet, the dirt softening underneath your footsteps. The foliage, the grass, the leaves seem to lean in and come towards you as you approach them. For all of you that this is a new experience, I don't know how else to describe it other than as you begin taking your steps into this forest, this cacophony of wilderness, you get a very strange and interesting sensation that has never been present in any of the most natural of places you've been to. The forest here is completely alive. And for those of you with a little bit higher wisdom, specifically like Leo, it knows you're here. As you move, it reacts to you. The leaves don't just brush past you because of the wind, they lean to you. As you step, the ground caves underneath your feet and then springs back up. As a matter of fact, for those new ones, you four, Lucy and Ava, Leo, and Rosaries, give me a perception check really quick.
Shit.
I got an 8.
I heard a shit, something, an 8. Did anyone?
Cool.
Okay.
I got a 13.
I got 19 plus 6.
Damn. 24. Okay. The rest of you guys don't quite pick up on it, but Ava, you're specifically listening to Ranth, despite the fact that this is not your journey, apparently. Ranth is pointing out, she's talking like, okay, so we're going to head this way. We're going to have to head west for a little bit. We're going to head north. There's going to be a river to cross. If you guys don't have a way across, I can definitely help you out. But she's pointing all this out, and she points to what looks like a path through the forest. You see like a little open space between some trees where there are no bushes. There are no leaves, really like giant leaves covering the ground. It looks like you could walk through. You look back to Ranth, and then a couple seconds later look back to the forest, and that path is gone.
What?
Foliage has filled the space. It's no longer there. If you were to have been walking through there, you would have been engulfed in leaves and trees.
Well, that's reassuring.
So, Ranth looks to all of you guys before you get to the tree line, and she says, all right, yeah, enough of me talking. Better for us to get to traveling now. Just a heads up, we're going to have to stop and stay in the forest. We'll have to find some sort of place to camp out. We'll probably find like a cave or something. Gwen, and I guess Aethera, Gwen's told me that you're from the area. Remember, if you're not looking for a fight, don't disturb. You know, keep it quiet, move fast, don't mess with anything. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Please don't lick anything. A lot of the stuff in here is deadly. Just don't do it. Don't.
Ah, damn.
So,
So you're telling me I can't pick up a little lizard and throw it at, like, Lucian or something?
not unless you want a really big lizard to come back and kill you because you just threw their child.
I've done it to people before, and it's been fine, but I'll listen.
You've seen some of the big lizards here, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. All right.
Fine, I'll listen. Yep.
All right. Me and Rio will be up. Keep up the lookout for us. Again, try to keep a sense of direction through the breaks in the trees. Have everybody keeping track. It's going to be difficult. It'll be tough, but we can make it through. I would have loved to have a full Griffin escort for you guys, but I don't think that's possible. Glenn, hit me with
Yes?
Hunter's Mark.
All right. I use Hunter's Mark on Ranth, and like a green X glows above her head and then disappears.
Cool. You feel that magical, like, string become tense between you and Ranth. You feel a little pull towards her. And she says, right, let's get on the way then. She hops on her griffin, flies up into the air, and you know what direction she's in at all times. Or at least it's a lot easier for you to find out. So ahead of you, what looked to be a path earlier got filled in, but a new one seems to have opened up just a little bit to the right. You guys can start heading through Aeortia. With that being said, as you guys begin to travel, I'm going to leave this to one of two ways that we handle this. Gwen naturally gets advantage on traveling through this area. However, Aethera, I will also let you make a survival check if you want to help lead the group.
Cool.
So, both of you give me survival. Gwen, you get advantage. And as long as you both roll pretty decently, Gwen having Hunter's Mark sets the DC really low for you. It's like an 8. And then Aethera, for you to be able to navigate just by yourself, you know, trying to see Ranth and go through, it's closer to like a 14.
18 plus 8.
Damn.
Mhm.
What'd you get, Aethera?
I got a 12, and I think what's going on is it's been so long since I've been in a place that's so nature dense, and like my druidic powers have grown since the last time I was here, that I'm just a little bit overwhelmed and can't focus.
True. All right. Well, you guys begin heading off. Gwen is leading the way. Ranth is flying ahead of you, but just slowly so that she doesn't just absolutely leave you guys in the dust. She's up a couple hundred feet in the air. You're able to watch her and keep out. You guys start going. And pretty nice, pretty peaceful. There's not much happening right now. You're just going through the woods. You have to bob and weave and make it through all the different dense foliage. You're stepping on these massive, like, pothos leaves that cover the ground as tall as you. You notice a couple of critters jumping from tree to tree, and maybe a couple of other, like, deer and elk jumping and making their way through the forest. The first thing that really strikes you guys as interesting outside of the incredibly magical forest that you're in is you start seeing, as you're walking, just little bits of torn fabric tossed up on a bush or a tree or scattered on the ground. You walk a little bit further. Gwen, you're focusing on guiding you guys with Ranth, but I'd say Aethera, you even notice out underneath, like tucked under a bush, a broken and shattered suitcase. A couple of you guys in the back see a couple of, like, open cans of food littered out on the ground somewhere off of this path. And then there's all of these accessories and a hat or two, a couple of jackets that are torn and shredded that are tossed out and just all over some of the areas that you guys begin passing through.
Is there any blood?
No, you don't see any.
I'm gonna go up to Gwen and like tap her shoulder and just be like,
Huh?
There's looks like the jungle already claimed some artifacts, and I'll point out like the suitcase and the cloth.
Yeah, that happens. Should just keep going though.
All right.
Shouldn't spend too much time on it before we lose Ranth.
I wasn't saying we should. I just thought. There it is.
Yep. The others will learn.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Gwen, as you guys exit that area and leave those tattered pieces of someone's belongings behind you, you feel your connection to Ranth. Instead of her flying up hundreds of feet in the air, you feel her descend and come down, and she is on the ground, just a couple hundred feet ahead of you guys. You head up towards her, and she's there sitting with her griffin. She's feeding him a couple of snacks, and as you guys approach, she calls you over and she says, "Hey, so big river." You guys look out, and there's this river that's probably a mile wide. It is huge. The tree canopies attempt to stretch over it, but there's still that huge expanse in the middle where it's completely open. You see a couple of fish jump up and out of the water, and then as a fish jumps out of the water, you watch as it could be a giant crocodile, but its skin is much smoother. It has 4 fins, 2 on each side. Jumps out of the water. That thing is as big. It could probably eat like a horse. It could bite down and bring it with it. Jumps out of the water, eats a fish, swims off somewhere down the stream. And Ranth kind of pauses for a second looking at that, and she says, "So swimming's not an option. We got to get you guys across. If you have a way to get across faster, I would love to hear it. Or Rio and I can fly you guys across one at a time."
How many feet is it across?
It's like a mile.
Can I have open up that suitcase before we move on? Just want to double check.
You wanted to check out the suitcase?
Yeah.
It was empty completely. It was like
Okay.
broken and shattered. So,
Just checking.
good to check. Never hurts.
Turns out it was a
Never hurts.
mimic. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Whoa, roll initiative.
Oh, right.
Now,
I mean, I can get it, but
yeah. So Rance is kind of looking at you guys, searching for ideas. How are you going to get across this river?
Lucian can fly.
yeah, I can fly if anyone else wants to get a lift. Am I carrying anyone?
You probably couldn't. Before you cast fly, Rantha's like, hold on, if we're flying people across, I mean, Rio's going to be faster than that. Rio can take 2 at a time, but I was
Yeah,
trying
there you
to
go.
see if there's a way that we could all get across at once. I don't know if you guys had any full abilities or anything to do that. I don't know, wizards get some.
Well, maybe if everyone wants to stack on top of my shoulders, right, like a little pole, use my arrow of transportation, pop it right over.
Can you shoot an
that
arrow?
thing a mile?
A mile?
Does that work?
I can hope.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot of feet.
Hey Gwen,
apparently.
I don't know how to tell you this. I don't think I could shoot an arrow a mile, especially not in a.
Anyone got a
really-
strength potion?
I gave you. Oh wait, I don't know what I gave you.
Yeah, what
I
did
forgot.
you give me?
I forgot.
I
don't
still have an
know.
unknown potion.
Oh no,
Don't
Right,
make me
right.
scour my notes. Oh no.
they were something.
We can
No, I
take
think
the
it
griffin,
was-
that works too.
I think it really was a strength one.
I think it was, to be honest.
I'm like 90% positive.
I have
for you.
all 4 of the potions pulled up.
Damn it.
There was a stone skin, an
That's
intimidation,
what it was.
So
a stealth,
that's what I was
stone skin.
thinking.
and healing.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, dang.
Griffin it is.
Griffin
Trying to
time.
gaslight the DM again.
Again, I know. He was prepared this time, though.
I'm prepared every time. All right.
Not last time.
Ranth has you guys get on 2 at a time, like one person in armor or something and one smaller person. She even asks, like, if you're wearing armor, if you can, stick it in the bag of holding that you guys have for the flight over, just to make it easier for Rio. Whether you want to or not, it's still possible. She can. Rio's fine. Rio's strong. But I'll have you guys tell me. You can pick the order that you fly across in and who you go with, because I do want that information. Because 1 or 2 of you will be stuck on the other side alone for a minute, and then 1 or 2 of you will be stuck on the side that you're on now for a minute.
This is like the wolf with the chicken and the bag of grains. Kind
Yeah,
of.
that's exactly what this is.
Well, Gwen, we should probably one of
Yeah,
us stay.
yeah. One of us should stay, and one of us should go.
I
first.
am not going with Lucian or Leo. I am going with the
Oh boy.
Rosaris.
Would you rather go first, or would you want to stay back?
I want to go first to get away from them. So whatever that means.
I feel like I should be in the middle somewhere. I don't want to be left alone. I don't want to be the first one there.
I really don't have a preference, Gwen.
All right, I'll stay back.
Okay.
All right. Ava and Aethera, you're the first to get on. Ranth puts her forehead up to Rio's head, and you see her close her eyes. They're probably speaking telepathically. She pets him a little bit, and he jumps and flies off. I'm not going to make you guys make a strength save, because I know your strength sucks. But there is a saddle on, so you're fine. But Rio breaks an
ours
incredibly
does.
quick dash
We got
across the
minus
river.
one.
You guys watch as Rio flies really close to the water, his talons like scraping and spraying up some water behind you. A couple of creatures like pop up out of the water behind one of those big, like an alligator looking, but like smooth skin, the long snout, and like four flippers, pops up out of the water, misses Rio completely. Rio's very, very fast. Gets across, halts to a stop, lands on the bank, and drops you guys off.
Thank you.
Rio does not respond and just flies back.
It was nice of you to say, though, Aethera.
Yeah, I didn't speak in his language, so I wasn't expecting a response.
All right, which two are up next?
While you guys are deciding, Ava and Aethera, both of you please roll perception.
I thought you were going to say
Roll
deception.
deception.
For what?
Deception!
Roll deception.
We're
What are we
deceiving each other.
deceiving? Each other.
Oh
Dun,
my
dun,
gosh.
dun.
17?
25?
Cool.
All right.
Make y'all's decision.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Not you guys, the rest of the people. Who's going next?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who's going next?
I'm so
Oh.
scared.
I can.
Rio comes
I can
back,
fly
and
and go
tosses
next.
up a little treat.
If we come to an emergency, I
Yeah,
can fly
Lucian.
across. I just want to leave someone alone. If two more
No
people
one's
come
gonna be
across,
alone.
No, but if two more people go
Well,
across
I guess
and I'm
Frank
alone
might.
with someone, I can fly across if something happens. So I'll go after this.
All right. I'll go.
I'll go with Ranth, and someone else can go alone. How about that?
I know Rosaries is
Let's
not
do
taking
this.
off his armor. Did Leo take off his armor for this?
I have the shift weave armor on.
Okay, yeah, so you're not wearing your heavy armor right now. Ranth looks at Rosaries and is like, hey, armor wearer, we'll let you go alone. You weigh as much as they did on that trip.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
It is. You get on Rio. Rio kind of like adjusts a little bit to the like heavy weight of the full metal armor that you're wearing, and same thing, dashes across, drops you off, and flies back. Ava and Aethera, as Rosaries is flying across and gets dropped off, Aethera, your perception is ridiculous. With the break in the trees at this riverbank, you see, not even here with you, but in a nearby area of the forest, a giant, winged, terrible-looking creature. It is the size of... I'm trying to imagine how to even describe it without just telling you what it is. Wingspan, greater than 30 feet. It's big. Like, its wings could cover a house. It has a massive beak, almost pelican-like, without the big, like, skin underneath it. It could probably pick up, like, a cow and eat it whole. That's how big this
Sort
thing
of
is.
gave it the skin from the pelican.
Listen, I'm trying to come up with a description. It's a Quetzalcoatlus, all right? It's the giant fucking dinosaur that can fly, the largest flying creature ever naturally recorded. You see it probably like a quarter mile off, flying and circling above some of the trees, like looking down at the ground, scouting, probably hunting.
Oh, I'm gonna I grab Ava's arm and I pull us both kind of back into an area that's a little more covered under
Oh.
pine bushes or something.
You want
Just-
privacy? What's?
Did you see it? And I'll kind of point
Did I
like boob.
see it?
No.
Well, now I see it.
Now you see it.
Now I see it. That's a big dinosaur bird thing. What?
Yeah. It'll kill us immediately. We
Oh.
need to make sure the others are quiet when they get over.
I mean, they're pretty quiet, right?
For just, we don't have to go this every time, but every time somebody's approaching, once they get within 120 feet, I'm gonna use message.
I heard message, and then you sent a message.
It's so bad tonight. Okay. You don't have to act it every time, but every time somebody gets within range of the spell, to use message to give them a heads up.
Cool. So Rosari's, as you come over, you get a message from Aethera, like, hey, big flying creature, quiet when you're over here. So Rosari, as you come across, and Rio lets you down and immediately flies back across. Just kind of almost sprinting, dashing from one side of the river to the other. So, next group, we have 3 left. Gwen, you said you'd go alone. I guess that's Lucian and Leo next.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Am I correct in assuming that Leo's in front and Lucian is behind, arms around the waist?
Yup.
Cute.
Yeah.
It could be
Yes.
backwards. It could be backwards.
Absolutely. No, I'm hiding that.
You guys fly across. You both get the message from Aethera as well. Like, hey, giant floating creature. You guys can also, if you want to make a perception check while you get that message, see if you can spot it.
Nope.
Nope.
Lucian's like, can't be bothered.
You're so
I'm
confident
just-
that you didn't see it.
Oh no, I
I'm
didn't.
still standing by the shore, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, you said perception?
Yep.
Sorry,
Man, my
you're
roll
just still standing
sucked
out there?
tonight. 10.
I was just told there's a flying animal. I don't know what to do.
I would have run out to get you.
That's not very quiet.
I'm very quiet.
I'm not.
Leo, what'd you get on perception?
10.
10. Not going to do it. You guys are flying across. Aethera, you run up to Rosaris on the bank. How are you trying to coerce him back?
I'm just gonna like grab his wrist and be like, look, I know you're loud, but anything's better than standing out in the middle in the open in a shiny metal up or whatever your armor is.
It's a Kruzik half
Just
plate.
hide. Just hide.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That was
That
some
was good.
crazy
That
druidic.
That was a
That's-
good one.
That sounded like a German-speaking druidic right
Her
there.
head turns into the Leonix form.
Is that an intimidation check for me to go hide?
Actually, yeah, you know what? Give
Work.
me a wisdom saving throw
Work.
right now.
Okay.
We're canonizing this.
25.
Okay, never mind, you're good. You can choose whether or not you want to follow Aethera back. She's clearly trying so hard.
I'll reward the intimidation tactic, but I'm not gonna like quickly go hide. I'm just gonna kind of casually walk behind her.
For sure, for sure. You guys get across. The next two, Leo and Lucian, you guys also land. Neither of you see the creature she's talking about, but Aethera motions you over to the shore. Ranth looks over at you, Gwen. You guys can also roll perception checks. Go ahead and give me yours.
Okay.
Ranth does not get it.
No, I got a 7.
Okay, yeah. You're both sitting there. You're like talking and laughing a little bit and chatting.
Hey,
Rio
Rat,
comes
can I
back.
give Rio some peanuts?
I don't think he likes peanuts, but she holds up a
Doesn't
little
like
bag to
peanuts.
you, and there's like little bits of dried fish in there. She's like, but he
Oh,
loves
sick.
these.
You
Here,
want some
Take
peanuts?
some. I would love some peanuts.
Get some peanuts. I give her a
She
handful.
takes some peanuts. She gives you some dried fish. Rio comes back, and you offer up your hand. Rio very carefully gets the pieces of fish from your hand, eats them, and then you guys board on Rio into the saddle. As you guys get on, she's eating some peanuts, and she's like, all right, hold on. Rio's going to go really fast for this one. She
All right.
like grabs
Straight
down
to-
tight on the saddle and leans forward a little bit, and Rio full dashes, sprints with his wings, flying across twice as fast. You guys see like the little ripple of waves behind him without even touching the water.
That's
It is
sick.
seconds that he covers this quarter mile to half, or no, it's like a full mile. So it's not like a full couple seconds. It's less than a minute for sure, as he is going 60 plus miles an hour through the air. Lands on the other side of the bank with a screeching halt, slides in the dirt a little bit, uses his wings to stop himself. Ranth sits up, her hair blasted behind her. She hops off, shakes herself off a little bit, and she's like, whew, all right. You guys ready to keep going?
Gwen's recovering from laughing.
Why you guys
Yeah,
look
I'm
so
ready.
somber? You're like cowering underneath trees and stuff.
They're in the
I'm
woods.
gonna
Yeah,
come up
What's
and
going
like,
on, guys?
"What? You didn't see it?
See what?
Do you see
Wanna
us?
take-
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna,
were
like-
pretty sick back then.
As forcibly as my little frame can, take like Gwen to the side and like point her head in the direction.
It
Oh, what
takes
the fuck?
Yeah, it takes a couple seconds, but you eventually do see that, like, I don't know another creature this big. I'm gonna be honest. It's like bigger than an elephant, I think, in like height. But you see it like sitting on a tree, and you don't quite see it at first, and then it flaps its wings, and this huge body flips up into the air and starts flying away. It's less than a mile away from you guys, but you do see it.
Yep, okay, makes sense. Come on, Ranth. You should probably come with us.
She looks up. She doesn't quite see it at first until eventually she does see it also flip off the tree. She's like, oh, yeah. All right, so I'm not going to fly on Rio for this because those things love to eat griffins. However, Rio's fast. That thing is not. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll travel with you guys for now. Rio's going to fly and like get that thing away from us and then come back and meet us. Rio can find me wherever I'm at. It's fine. So she, looks back to Rio. You can tell that they're probably speaking telepathically, and then Rio, with the flap of the wings, is up and off, heading in that direction. Ranth begins walking with you guys. She takes her bow out, and she says, Gwen, do you still want to lead the way, or do you want a professional to handle it?
You can take the lead if you really want.
This is your time to shine. You can show me if all that practice we've been doing in the classroom is going to pay off.
Will I get a bonus in my class?
I'll mark you exempt from our first week's assignment.
Then yes. I'm ready.
Go right ahead. Give me another survival check with advantage. And then, Aethera, if you want to also be up leading, you can, but then that's going to take away from you doing anything else like keeping an eye out for that creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to them, and I'll be more looking out for dangers.
No survival, right?
Yep.
16 plus 8.
24 will do it. Even in a crazy-ass forest like this, it's your homeland, so you're fine. Not long after you guys cross this super wide river, you're traveling for close to 30 minutes or so. Rio still is not back yet, but you guys begin to approach on what looks like a long abandoned village. At this point, the only things that are left are the stone foundations of a couple of houses that are kind of like a pseudo clearing of the trees. They're not as dense in this area. These stone foundations are overtaken by moss and vines. There are tons of plants and flowers blooming up over the walls and the decayed and decrepit floors. There's even like a little well that seems to have dried up a long time ago, but this tiny little old village that's probably not been lived in centuries here. So as you guys approach, Ranth kind of takes a look out over it. Doesn't really respond, but does make a point to kind of scan all the houses.
Alright. Should I take a gander with her?
You certainly can. I will let you know over the table there's not much to find here, but it is simply that this would be a potential spot for an ambush, but Ranth is keeping an eye out for you.
do you want me to do it for?
Give me
Perception?
perception.
Investigation?
We'll do perception.
18.
Pretty good. You walk up beside Ranth as she slows down, scanning the houses, and you also kind of lean over and look behind the corners and everything, and she whispers to you, and she's like, I think we're good. She turns back to the group, and she's like, hey, we'll take a little breather here. Rio's not too far away, so he'll meet us here, and then we'll keep traveling like normal. So you guys set up a little place to sit down in one of these old foundations of a house, and Ranth sits down with you guys, and sets her bag in her lap, leans against one of the walls, and is keeping an eye out on the forest, and kind of leans forward to you guys, still keeping a relatively hushed tone. She's like, so, none of you are dead yet. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. How do you
Cool,
like
yeah.
it in Aeortia so far, guys?
Not much has happened so far, to be fair.
Not much has happened.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Close.
What, have you seen something?
You know, there was that giant lizard that was flying in the sky. There was you riding a griffin, finding that dead person.
Giant lizard in the sky?
Plants were moving.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see anything.
You guys didn't see that?
No?
Okay. You know, the thing that Runt has taken cover from, you didn't see it.
No.
That the griffin's distracting right now.
Definitely pointed that out to everybody.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming back to you now. Okay.
Yeah, I remember now, yeah.
That
No, it's
bonked on your
terrifying.
head really did you one, didn't it?
Yeah, it's
Ranth also
terrifying.
looks at you, and she's like, so you're telling me that as you were walking, you weren't getting slapped in the head by a ton of leaves and branches and things like that?
Yeah,
I think I
thought
actually
that
saw a millipede crawling up your leg once.
I think there's one
I've read
right
little
now.
stories about it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that guy on your leg right now, Lucian. Cute.
Rand starts laughing. Completely fake. There was not a bug there. After a couple of minutes of you guys sit down and chit-chatting, I'm going to roll an insight check for Ranth to see if she can pick up on the awkward vibes of this party right now, because clearly you guys are not it. Damn!
Gwen is totally fine.
What are you thinking about?
Let me pull up her character sheet real quick, because she rolled an 18 on the die. So it's gonna be pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. SMR Ranth. Insight is pretty good. Not the greatest. So a dirty 20.
Nice.
She's kind of looking around at you guys, noticing that she's sitting here like chit-chatting with Gwen and having a good time. She picks on Lucy a little bit, but then like Leo, Rosaris, and Ava are all just off key. So eventually, you know, you guys think Rio should be back by now. She said that Rio was only like 10 minutes away, and you guys have been sitting here for probably longer than that. So she's kind of looking out across you guys as the conversation dies down a little bit, and she's like, so what have you guys been up to this summer so far? Any fun adventures? Any other places? Nowhere as good as Aeortia, obviously, but...
Mm-hmm. Come on, guys. You can speak too. I've been talking to Rant this entire time.
Yeah, we might as well stick you guys in the back of holding if this is how it's going to be.
Take you out every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
For a
so
little
every
breather.
couple minutes you pop your head out, get a breath of air, come back in.
Well, I think everyone's objectives are kind of skewed between each other. I think we believe we're doing the right thing, but everyone else believes they're doing the right thing.
Doesn't mean you can't share where we've been during the summer. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I love good little hints and metaphors when I ask a simple question like, where have you visited?
Went to
We went to
Stonewall
some-
for a little bit.
Oh, we did that.
Thank you, Leo.
That's cool. I've never been. I've heard it's cold.
It is.
Not a fan of the cold myself.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I'm good. Well, Stonewall, cool. How'd you guys like Hillmount? I assume you came through there. You're getting there.
We
in,
went through
3
there
days.
very
That was pretty
quickly.
alright
We had to be
Yeah.
pretty quick.
for what I
It's,
saw.
Yeah, every time I
It's
have to
pretty
pass through
scary.
there, I make it as fast as possible. It is
Mhm.
ugh. It's not fun. At this point, you guys see Rio is up in the sky, just kind of like circling a little bit, keeping an eye out on nearby places, and Ranth is. As soon as the awkward pause happens between all of you, like not wanting to really interact, she goes, "Okay, well, I'm gonna keep flying. Let me know if you need anything. You can send me a little message. I can't stay close enough for you to actually like use the message cantrip. Sorry, but Lucian, I've been told you have sending. So if an emergency happens, just let me know. Or, Gwen can shoot an arrow up into the sky or something. I don't know.
I'm set on fire.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm
Just
gonna get out of here.
refresh my little hunter's mark.
How long does it last?
Professor.
Oh, it only
I
lasts
think it's
for
like
an
8
hour,
hours.
right?
Is it?
I
Was
think
it-
it's an
I thought it was
hour
eight.
at first level, and then it's
Let me see.
8 hours at second level.
Oh, it is an hour. Yep.
Do you want to just say that you cast it at second level earlier? Keep it up for the full day?
Yep. Sure.
Awesome. Ranth gets on Rio, flies up into the air, kind of waves goodbye to you guys, and you are back off track. At this point, it's a lot of travel, but there's not a ton outside of the constant potential danger that you guys are helping to avoid by having Gwen lead and Ranth fly above and scout for you guys. So typically you should be pretty safe, and you should be able to make your travel as efficient as possible. So I'm going to say that a couple hours are going to pass without much interaction with the forest. So that is going to be prime time for this awkward silence that the party seems to have to really come to a head. Now I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to say that, if we need to sit here in our own awkward silence for a little bit, eventually you're going to take a long rest. But at some point, does someone break the silence? Does someone get the group to talk about their feelings?
Gross.
I think I will.
Lucian,
I
you
think,
should do it.
yeah,
you
I
should
think
do
I
it,
will.
Lucian.
I'll get the Rosaries, Ava, and Leo, and just try and sit down together.
Ah, shit,
I don't
this
know
is
if
gonna
sitting
go bad.
down's going to work.
No, we
Traversing
can do it
through
while
a
we
dark
walk.
forest.
I will walk. Sorry, yeah, I will walk. So what's your problem, guys? Do you think Leo's joining? Do you think Leo's joining the Sword of Corteas to actually fight people, or do you think he's doing it for a good reason? What are you so angry about?
Is Rosari's here?
Yeah, I'm bored of Rosaries.
Everyone's here.
No, I
Are,
mean,
are
is
you
he-
asking him?
Oh,
here?
yeah,
in
because
real
I
life,
didn't see your
everyone is here.
camera.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh, Ethereal's gone to
I
the
didn't-
toilet.
I didn't know if he was gone.
Is my camera not working?
I don't see you.
Thea's not part of the
You
argument
on-
anyways. It's okay.
Yeah, true. Everyone's here
Well-
that should be here.
On Twitch.
Okay, well, I don't have Twitch up, so. But I can't see you on what we're on. That's fine. You're here.
So what's your
I
issue?
What was the question again?
He was
What's your
just
issue?
glaring.
What's my issue?
With Leo and me.
I don't have an issue with you.
You don't?
I know what. You can have an issue with me.
What?
So what?
I don't have an issue with you. You can have
Yeah,
an
but
issue
if you-
with me. That's perfectly fine.
You have an issue with Leo, though.
Let's
Fairly.
be honest, he's always had an issue with me.
I like how both of you are not involved in your churches, but you still act like you are.
I would like to cement this again really quick, Lucian. I am not part of a church.
That's what I just said. I like how both of you are not involved in your church, but you're still acting against each other like you are.
What? You're saying. Are you saying that I'm
involved.
acting like
With the church. Oh,
I'm.
you don't think.
In the church?
No,
Are you
sorry. I'm saying
close?
against Leo and Rosari's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm involved with the church.
Yeah. That's the whole issue here.
I've always been involved with the Church of Cortez.
Not the sword of Cortez.
Not like this, but yeah.
The sword is the problem, not the church.
I think all churches are the problem, actually.
True.
Right. I mean, I understand both of your feelings about the sword and the church.
Then what are my feelings?
So-
Yes, please explain.
You don't like it. I mean, you both
Wow.
made that blatantly obvious
We
for
don't
as
like it.
long as I've known both of you.
That's all the wisdom you can muster about how I
Very
feel.
insightful.
You're welcome.
Oh, I
But
wasn't.
you don't have a problem against the church, though. You have a problem against the sword. The church did nothing. The sword was the problem, surely.
The members of the sword make up the members of the church.
Yeah.
And the
They're not
members of
mutually
Paran make
inclusive.
the members of
Okay.
Paran make up your church as well. Do you
It
think you're
doesn't-
involved with them?
Are you talking to Ava?
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Rosari's.
I'm not part of the church. of Paran.
Rosari's is
Yes,
not
you are.
a part
No,
of the
I'm
church. He's
Yes, you
never
are.
been.
He's never been part. Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Head trauma is
Yeah.
a serious issue.
No, but he
Seriously,
gets
Yeah.
his power from he gets his power from somewhere. The Church of Paran.
No,
What?
it is not.
Oh, it's some weird thing where you say, just give an oath. That power comes from somewhere, though, right?
It may come
Maybe
from somewhere,
a
but it doesn't
god.
have to come. It may come from a god, sure.
It comes from Paran. It has
What makes
to.
you think that?
Where else would it come from? It doesn't come from some weird entity.
It could
comes
come
Paran.
from anything. Lucian, you
exactly,
need
so
to
how's that-
read up.
How's that better? You don't know where your power comes from.
Because you're saying he's part of a church he's not part of and never has been. You need to go study or something.
No, doesn't make sense to me.
I don't care if it makes sense to you or not. Do not make that mistake again.
Okay.
In this moment, I'm not even going to make anyone roll perception. Aethera, your passive perception is high enough to pick up on this, and I'm going to trust that you would at least notice it first. After this conversation started getting a little more loud, disruptive, people are correcting each other, talking over each other. Somewhere along those words, you notice that the birds that fill this forest stopped singing.
Beautiful.
So you guys can
Aethera.
continue talking.
I'm just gonna make eye contact with Gwen.
Give
That's
me
it.
a perception check.
Oh,
I'm gonna make you roll one now. I'll give you advantage because you picked up on this. This is something that you very well should be able to pick out.
maths. 22.
I rolled a 21.
Oh, eat it.
You notice that in the bushes and the foliage behind Gwen as you guys kind of pause on this trail, and you guys are leading, so everybody else, you kind of you might bump into them, but you also pause. Behind, in the cover of some of the trees, you see what you did not pick out at first. There is a head that is slowly moving towards you guys. It is a large, scaly, sort of rough-skinned, and it's slowly creeping up behind Gwen. It stands probably right under her head level, so it's 5.5 feet tall, but it is creeping up behind, using the cover from all of the plants, stealthing really well. You just happen to see it.
Kind of notice her eyes.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
my
something
eyes are
behind me.
getting big.
They're getting big. They go
Hero?
behind you and then back to you.
It's right behind me, isn't it?
I'm just gonna nod.
Okay. Yeah. Can I prepare for a possible attack?
If you tell me how you prepare, absolutely.
If I feel something lunge at me, I'm gonna, I guess, use my claws because it's gonna be in melee range. So
Okay.
that's what I'll prepare.
So you kind of like adjust yourself a little bit. You get your hands ready. If you're watching this thing, it's stopped. It's like 5 feet behind Gwen. Its head barely peeking out of like the bushes. You see these flaps on the side of its head sort of rustle and begin to move a little bit. Go ahead, give me I don't know what check to make this, but I'm trying to decide if it has noticed that you have seen it. So give me either a stealth or maybe even like a deception check if you want to do that.
Okay. 25.
I don't think it's even possible for this. Yeah, no, not even close. It has no idea. It thinks that you're sitting there just talking to Gwen, but it is preparing to lunge, but it's obviously stopped for some reason. Gwen, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
And for context, this is all happening like kind of as you guys are talking.
Yeah,
That's an
I'm
11.
getting in Leo's face, and I just want to make one thing clear. If you touch me again with that filthy healing power of yours, I will make you beg for mercy to your god that you will not receive.
Gwen, you get advantage.
All right,
you know
I
what you're
will
looking
just
for.
let you die.
Oh, I get advantage. Okay.
I don't need you to keep me alive.
I'm
You
gonna
did last
cast
time.
Speak with Animals, Jordy.
I've never needed you, Leo.
That's a dirty 20, shorty. That's a
Oh,
dirty
that's
20.
noted.
As you guys are saying that, Gwen, you taking a guess as to what this could be, start eyeing the surroundings, and you notice 2 other heads just barely peeking out of like some leaves and stuff, just enough where you can see them behind Athera.
Well, Athera, they're behind you too.
And at this point, you notice that there's one behind you, there's 2 behind Athera, there's at least 1 or 2 surrounding the rest of the party too.
Can I just like not kindly, somewhat quietly, somewhat shouting, can you guys shut the fuck up?
She just turns her head at you.
Ava, have you not noticed that Leo's not with the Church of Corteus?
You worship as Corteus.
They're not shutting the fuck up.
And he's
He seems to be
joining
against
the
it.
sword.
I don't know if you've seen him
I'm gonna
fight
use
against
message so
Arthur.
that I can just talk to Gwen in the middle of all of this and be like,
Mhm.
So are we trying to chase them off or are we trying to fight him?
We could try to chase them off. That might be a good idea.
I could try to talk to them. I don't know if that would work. I've never talked to him before. Or I could cast something really loud and try to make them think that we're more dangerous.
I can threaten them with my electricity coming out my mouth, yeah?
That would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Ava,
Zim all
do you
big too?
think- Ava, do you think that
Might
Leo
work.
supports the wisdom of Corteus Church? Them's values?
Yes,
How?
he's joining them.
My, what have I
Or-
ever done that gave you the impression that I was going to be like them at all?
You joined them?
In fact, none of my ideals align with theirs.
Gwen, how
I
big
think
does he get?
that you
Pretty decent.
might have everybody
Like a
else here fooled with your good guy act, Leo, but you don't fool me.
I could take the
Play off.
ones
I
behind
know
you,
exactly
take the
what
ones
you
behind me.
are, and I know exactly what you'll do.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't want to insult you, so I'm not going to say anything now.
Okay.
All right,
Mm.
on the count of
Go
3.
ahead. She gets in your
Ready?
face more.
Yep, I'm ready.
Come on, Leo.
One,
Show me your true nature. Show us all what you've been hiding
3.
in there.
I'm just gonna do like a giant ass boom coming out of my mouth with electricity.
Okay.
and I tells him to get big, and he's gonna do something similar.
Zim jumps out of your bag. You empower him with your Drake Warden ability. He grows, and like Zim is still the same size, but like almost like illusion magic covers him, and he seems like he's grown into this medium-sized creature. You do that. Go ahead, give me an intimidation check. I'll give you advantage to count Zim in there too. Athera, what do you got?
I am going to use Thunderclap, and I'm going to like just at a cantrip level and cause a really loud noise to just back up whatever Gwen is doing.
Fantastic.
I got a 19.
I'll let you also give me an intimidation check.
I'm so intimidating, guys. I got an 8.
Oh, you were very close, but it does not work. You jump, and you guys hear multiple boom, 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 like thunderclaps and sounds that go off. You watch as Ranth up high in the sky immediately like halts and turns to look at you guys. In a instant, the 4 of you are taken by surprise, but you 2 are ready, so I'll give you advantage on this. I need all of you to make me a dexterity saving throw, and after that, roll initiative.
Ava and Lucian, you get a plus. What is it? +3 on your saving throw.
Nice.
Leo, you do not.
What about Gwen and Athera?
I got an 18.
They
got a
were not
10.
pulled into the side conversation, so
Okay.
I don't know where they were.
I'm saying you
We're
guys
right
are
by you.
within.
Yeah, we were next to you guys.
I don't know if they're within 10 feet. That's a good point. Yeah, because I forgot your range. Is
Maybe
on
like
two right now.
15.
Yeah, so you guys are just out of range. That's all it is.
19 dexterity, and then
Yep.
initiative is
We'll do dex saves first. The DC is 12. I'm just going to let you guys know now. You're going to take 17 points of acid damage if you get lower than a 12. You can half that if it's higher than a 12. And then
I take full
Ooh, I got
damage.
fucked up.
we're going to do initiative in chunks. So we'll just take y'all's average and see if you beat the enemies and see who goes first here. They rolled poorly. They got a 6.
You said 17 damage, right?
Yep.
like 7, so 8 of acid damage, yeah?
You would round it up after taking half.
Hey, Shorty, I got a 0 for initiative.
Nice.
Oh my god. You keep doing it.
Everybody, run me your initiative checks. The
Oh.
average needs to be to 6. We got a 0.
I hate that I rolled a nat 20.
17.
Yeah.
17 as well.
Oh,
19.
nice.
Okay.
So
Lucy,
31.
Jesus.
A nat 20.
17.
Wish
Okay.
that wasn't on an initiative roll, but hey.
Right.
I got a 21.
You guys are
And the
absolutely
Ava's
going
average was still
first.
15.
I'm just gonna keep a loose initiative here. So we got Ava, then Gwen. Who got
Do I need roll 20?
no, not for this.
Okay.
Who else got like above a 10?
17.
Or what?
Initiative.
I'll take
I got
Athera
19.
as saying yes. That's my guess.
Thera said I did, yeah.
So we'll do Ava. You are first. You turn around after getting sprayed with acid. Your gear's starting to corrode a little bit. Did you succeed on that dex save?
I got a 28.
Okay, so you took the damage. You took half damage, and your gear is
Yeah.
okay. But
Okay.
you turn and you see back in the forest surrounding you guys are 6 over the table description. They kind of look like velociraptors, but then they have those big fans behind their head that are like bright orange and red that almost look like an eye, probably to scare off predators. It is
Okay.
hissing at you after spraying acid. You immediately jump to action. What do you do?
They're close enough that I can run up to them? Or-
Yeah, they're like 10 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it with my short sword. Try to.
Go for it.
Uh, 20 to hit.
For sure.
Is it all its friends right near it, so I probably don't get the sneak attack?
No, they're actually kind of spread out around you guys. None of them are like right
okay.
beside each other.
All right, cool. Then I do get sneak attack. And then I am also doing the booming blade on it as well.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 10. And then 10 for sneak attack.
Hell yeah.
And only 2 for booming blade.
That's fine. You still deal half of its health in a single hit. You run up and you stab at it with your short sword, stabbing into it, and it lets out this piercing cry, and then immediately like runs back, and it's gonna sprint away from you on its turn.
Oh. Okay.
It is going to flee. Leo, that takes it to you.
I'm gonna back up a little bit. And how far away are they?
They are surrounding you guys on this pseudo path that you're taking. So if you are on one side of the path, they're like 10 feet from that side, like hidden in the bushes and stuff. So from one to another,
Okay.
it's about 30 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna hit one of them with guiding bolt.
Hell yeah.
That is really shitty. That's an 8.
Not gonna hit.
Should have prayed
Perfect.
harder.
Oh, I should have even mentioned, with all of the foliage and stuff in y'all's way, ranged attacks are going to be at disadvantage right now if you're not, like, pretty close to them. So we'll say that you ran up towards one to cast Guiding Bolt, but you guys can't, like, shoot from one end to the other. So that's fine. You miss the Guiding Bolt, it
No, no,
flies
no.
off, hits a tree. Anything else?
Going to back up a little bit and cast Healing Word on myself.
Cool. Gwen,
Would I still get disadvantage trying to shoot one of the ones behind Aethera?
no, you see those. You rolled the perception checks. I'll give you that.
Okay. I will attack one of them then. Or I guess both. One for each. I'll do my electric longbow. Okay, first one is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
And then the second to hit is... Oh, it's a net one!
No.
Ooh.
Is it?
Not the one
Yes.
right behind me,
Yes, it is.
right? No.
Oopsies.
Is it a nat one?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give you a choice
Not
here.
this again.
You can either hit Aethera, possibly, or give the one behind you an opportunity to attack on you.
I'll take an opportunity attack.
Whoa.
Does a 15 hit?
No. A loser.
Cool. The one behind you runs up and snaps, attempting to bite at your shoulder, but you hear it coming. You hear the leaves rustling. You step out of the way. Shot goes wide. So you hit one. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is... Oh, it already rolled my damage for me. Okay.
Okay.
So that would have been a 10.
10 points of damage. Cool.
Hit.
I also forgot to ask, Leo, how'd you do on that deck save?
I failed it. I already took the 17 from me.
Cool. I forgot to mention, you failed the deck save and you took acid damage. You are blinded. And you can repeat the save at the end. You make a Constitution save at the end of your turn. So go ahead and roll that. DC is 12.
$18.
All right. At the end of your turn, you're not blinded. You didn't hit an attack anyway, so it's fine. We'll say that the acid in your eyes would cause you to miss. Gwen, how'd you do on the deck save? Did you pass?
Oh, I had to do it. My bad.
It's for the acid damage.
Ooh! That was a nat one.
Gwen, I need you to re-roll
Wait.
that attack.
Are
Wait, you
we doing
originally
that
passed.
again?
No, it was the original one. I was asking if
Oh,
you
that was
passed
like
that.
a fucking 18.
Okay, never mind. You're good. You took the acid damage. You're fine. We're good. 10 points of damage to the one
Wait.
to Aethera's left. that brings it to Athera.
Oh, I thought Lucian was going next. My bad. Okay. How far away is Gwen from me?
Like,
Or the
not
one
even 10
behind?
feet.
And the thing behind, it's like directly behind her.
Yeah, the one behind her is like 5 feet because it just attacked her. The ones behind you are about 5 or 10.
Okay. I'm going to wild shape into the Leonix form and then try and bite the one that she already hit.
Cool. Go ahead and give me that attack.
Dirty 20.
It's
12. Or, I'm sorry, 10.
10 points of damage. Cool. That one's also getting pretty low. So you can tell that you go when you bite at it, you like get one of its arms and bite down really hard, causing a lot of blood to spill out. And then that thing immediately shrieks and then starts trying to back up, and it's going to also try to run into the forest. And if that's it, that takes it to Lucian.
I would take up a licorice and then cast haste onto Rosaries, and then I will put 4 points of my cloak that sort of bellows up, and then stars come out and hit Gwen, and heal. Oh shit! Nice. 12 points of healing, and then she
Nice.
has guidance
Nice.
for the next round.
Honestly,
That's
not
me.
too bad on healing for 44.
No,
Not
pretty
very
good.
good.
Very nice, very nice. Rosaries, you are hasted. Feel energy
Do I
coursing
get-
through your veins. Dinosaurs
Do
surround
I
you.
still get to go first, or do the dinosaurs get to go?
You get to go. I chunked y'all's initiative, so all of
Okay.
the party goes, and then the dinosaurs.
And I failed dexterity check, so I'm blinded.
You are blinded till the end of your turn.
Cool. I'm just gonna run to where I think the one that spit at me, and I'm gonna pull out my greatsword and try to attack it 3 times.
You got disadvantage.
But I got 3 attacks. It's
But
fine.
you got 3 attacks. You'll probably hit one of them.
I hit the first one, 23,
Yeah. With disadvantage? Gee.
16, and a 17.
By Piranham.
No, specifically no. 10 damage, and then I'll swing again. I'm just swinging wildly, and I think it kind of got intimidated and got startled, so I got a lucky hit in. Oh, that's worse. 11.
11 does not hit. You hit the first one, and then after that, it sort of recoils and backs up. Your swing kind of misses, cutting through a couple of the leaves and foliage in your way.
Hasted action. That's one. Oh, dang, that's like one was good. 13.
13. A 13 will hit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I'll swing, and then I'm gonna willingly fail this wisdom saving throw, and I'm gonna use the second level my slap
Nice.
because the conversation made me angry.
Yeah.
So that was 11 slashing damage and then 12 radiant damage.
Ooh. 11 and 12, so 23 plus the 10. Not enough to kill it, but it's enough to get this thing absolutely frightened. It is already turned and ready to run. You slash it, you hit a second slash, pour a smite into it. Your sword lights up, causing this thing to just get lacerated across its neck. And it is turning tail and running. That makes 3.
Cool. And then I can do a con save, right?
So acid
That's
in
an
your
outline.
eye. You're swinging around.
I think blood got in my eye as
Yeah.
well, and it's just mixing together.
Yeah, take another 2 points of acid damage as you get a nat 1 on that. God, you guys cut 3 of these down to half health already. Those 3 immediately turn to run. I'm gonna roll like a wisdom save with disadvantage for the rest and see if they
And
stay.
I try to hit the one that ran away from me.
Yeah, you can.
Listen, cool.
You're lucky I gave them disadvantage. They failed, but the other one was a nat 20 on that wisdom save. So as they're turning and sprinting away, Rosaries, you're taking an attack of opportunity.
I only got an 11, but weapon mastery, so it took 4 damage from the first miss, and it takes 4 damage from this miss.
That 8 is going to be
Great
enough to kill it. Yeah. So as it turns and begins to run away, you make one final wild strike and just stab into it. Body crumbles underneath your greatsword, and it lays out across the ground. And the rest of them all turn and dash off into the woods.
Did you guys not hear me when I said to shut the fuck up?
Must have
No,
missed
we were
that.
talking.
I'm still swinging, by the way, because I'm still blinded.
We're sorry. They're gone. They're
And after a
gone.
minute, you go, ugh. No, sorry, we were discussing stuff.
Did you at least figure out what you were discussing amidst all that? Or are we going to have to go
Mhm.
through this again?
Probably many more
Probably
times.
have to go through it again.
At this point, Rant flies down and lands with Rio and quickly hops off and runs to you guys, starts checking you out, looking at all of the acid damage you guys took. Speaking of, those of you who failed the deck save, because you took acid damage, go ahead and take a -1 to your armor class if you're wearing armor until you get that fixed. So a simple mending
nice.
cantrip is enough to repair that. But Rant is looking you guys over, checking you up and down. If any of you are low on health, let me know and she'll heal you up. But she's looking at you guys. She's like,
Heal me.
"Are you hurt?
Yeah.
How bad?"
I'll heal
Yeah.
Ava with the 2nd level cure wounds.
Thank you,
Like a little
sorry.
bit. Not super bad.
Enough to justify cure wounds?
Yes.
You're probably fine.
He can heal himself.
Rant looks at you, the party
That was the
cleric,
spell.
asking for heals, and she's like, "I guess." She'll cast a
You
first
offered.
level cure wounds. She's gonna heal you for 9.
Ava, you get 13 from me.
Perfect.
Thanks.
But Ranth looks around you guys and she's like, "Hey, I told you that these woods were dangerous. Did you guys just miss it? What happened? What's going on? We keep getting
They-
attacked by that."
We did not miss it.
Yeah, they started arguing, tried to tell him to shut the fuck up, didn't listen. And here we are.
Cool. Well, hey guys, there are better times than traveling through, the most dangerous wilderness on the face of the earth. We're lucky that that's all we've had to deal with yet.
Yeah,
Get-
Lucian, there are times.
Just get
I mean,
Nah.
yeah,
Get
fair enough,
through-
fair enough.
get through the day. We're traveling. We'll stay in a cave tonight, and then, we'll travel a little bit tomorrow, and you'll be at a village, and you can talk all you want. Safe
I
there.
don't want to talk, but okay.
I mean, it might be nice to actually talk things out, because
I'll
Athea and
talk
I
to
fucking
you.
hated each other. Yeah. And we had a
Yeah.
nice chit chat, and we're good now.
Yeah, I heard
Well,
all
She
about
doesn't
that.
shoot me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's great for you guys. I'm
Rant
so
did
happy
hear all
for you.
about it.
I had to
Wait,
act.
you told Rand everything?
Yes, she told
She was
me
the one who gave us the
everything.
mission, remember?
That's why we went on that mission?
I gave you that mission
What do you-
because you hated each other,
I
Oh,
almost
okay,
died on
whoa.
that mission.
but you didn't.
It was
This
planned.
is true.
Sorry, I'm talking
But
loud. But you didn't.
she could have let me die.
But she
But I
didn't.
didn't.
It was a possibility.
I would have
Listen,
failed
Athea,
her.
we're good now. We're buds.
Anyway, like I said, just cope for a day, get to the destination, and then hash out all your feelings. I'm not going to be there to talk about it. That's not my strong suit. But someone in the party is, I'm sure of it. Leo's a cleric. He's supposed to do that sort of stuff.
He's the problem, so
Oh,
He is the
God.
problem.
Yeah.
He's not the
I'm the
problem.
one
Part
everyone
of the
hates.
problem.
Okay, well, she looks across the group. She looks at, Leo, who's being called the problem. Ava shakes her head. Lucian starts to say something, shakes her head, looks at Gwen, immediately skips over Gwen, looks at Rosaris and kind of tilts her head a little bit. And she's like, "Athera, even when Gwen hated you, she said that you were like smarter than your own good. Like you know how to read people. You're emotionally intelligent. You're well adjusted. You can be the little, I don't know, therapist in your group.
Oh,
I did call
Yeah.
her barbaric too, but we're past that.
Whoa.
We're past that.
Yeah.
But
whoa.
like you said, we'll stop it now. We'll resolve this when we get to our location. Let's not draw any more attention than we need to. Everyone just be quiet. Move on.
You guys watch the Griffin Rio like kind of cocks his head to the side and starts looking out across the forest, and Rantha's like, okay, clearly there's other stuff here. Keep going, head that way a little bit. You'll see me in the sky here in just a couple more minutes. I'm gonna make sure that we're safe around here. Just don't yell. And again, don't lick anything. Please don't lick anything.
No guarantees.
I want to lick something.
She gets on Rio, dashes up. You see the tree canopy sort of sway out of her way as the Griffin breaks the tree line and begins flying up.
When we start walking, I'm just gonna like walk up beside Gwen and be like, I'm barbaric.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everyone back in my home said that you guys were barbaric. And you seemed barbaric when you attacked my village, but that wasn't your people technically, so we're good.
Okay, it's just a new one for me.
Okay. I thought you heard me say it once or twice. Hey, I guess not.
To be honest, when we first met, I only listened to like 20% of the words that came out of your mouth.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're friends now, though. I'm not letting
Yeah.
you go. You're with me
Oh
forever.
boy. Oh, oh.
Um,
I'm just fucking with you.
you guys continue traveling for a couple of hours until the point where, I said before that the forest is pretty dark. The scarce light that you get is from breaks in the trees, the canopy swaying back and forth, and rays of light coming in, dancing back and forth before being put back out again. After a couple of hours of relatively quiet travel, you guys have to avoid a couple of dangerous encounters. Rant flies down to you guys and says, hey, there's like a really big dangerous beast over that way. We'll avoid that for now. Go this way. You guys keep traveling a little bit. You see Rant up in the air, kind of circling in front of you, but just kind of in one place, and she's pointing down below her. The sun is starting to get pretty low. She's probably pointing to a place where you guys can camp out. So she points below her, gets down, and then Gwen, with your hunter's mark, you can tell that she's landed somewhere up ahead of you guys.
Alright, I'm gonna lead the party to her.
Cool. As you guys approach, you see this little cave kind of dug into the ground. It's got like this stone entrance, and you see a little bit of light coming through it. It's covered by like vines and moss and stuff. As you approach the outside, it's covered by this really high, tall grass. As you guys approach, it sounds like there's whispering coming from the cave. More than one voice, for sure.
Do you hear more than one voice?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it the Griffin? Can it talk?
Maybe.
Uh,
Can we sneak a peek?
I will simply ask, not Gwen or Athera, but one of you other four, who is out of you four attempting?
Attempting.
Okay, Shorty, take your time.
Thanks. Who is attempting to listen to these voices at all? Like the whispering that seems to be coming from this cave.
I guess I am.
Cool. I
Okay.
mean, high wisdom character. I guess it makes sense. Did I just hear myself respond to that? Like 5 minutes late.
Totally did.
What the hell?
What the?
Leo,
It's a parrot in the cave.
you begin walking through this tall grass that sort of sways back and forth as you guys slowly approach the cave. Ava, will you give me a wisdom saving throw? And before you even
Why?
roll,
I'm not listening.
before you tell me the result, What is Ava thinking about right now? Like, what is on the forefront of her thoughts? What is her inner monologue?
Wants to punch Leo in the face. She's angry.
Leo, you fully hear the sounds of whispering start saying, God, I want to punch Leo in the face.
Oh shit.
Ava, give me a wisdom saving throw.
You get +3 for being near me.
So okay, well with that +3, I've got an 18.
That's pretty good. I'll let you continue on. Only surface level thoughts. It's not delving any deeper than what you're actively thinking. But what else? Is it just repeating that? Like, I want to punch Leo in the face? Or
And
Okay. Whoa, wait.
she's
What about
also
the ring?
yeah. Did I
Does
give
this
it back?
apply?
oh, that's
I
a good
never
question.
took it
Are you
back from
still
her.
wearing it?
I guess if Athera has asked me to give it back after we got out of Hillmount, I would have. But if she didn't, then I
Okay.
probably would have just forgotten.
I'll let you make the call retroactively because I know we're trying to, keep the pace up. So, Athera, it's your call. Did you ask for it back or not?
Yeah, unfortunately I would have asked for it back.
For sure.
I
Okay.
thought so.
So, Ava, keep
Very
going.
possessive.
Go ahead and tell me give me the stream of consciousness. I want to punch Leo in the face. What follows that?
And then she's also basically cursing out Lucian for being wrong about everything.
Leo, you hear, goddamn, Lucian thinks he's so smart, stuck up his own ass. You hear
I
it.
recognize the voice.
I'm gonna say you probably don't recognize the voice, but you recognize, like, it doesn't have Ava's voice, but you're like,
Okay.
that's probably Ava.
Sounds a lot like Ava.
I'm gonna pick on one more. Lucian, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you don't get a +3 right now.
Yeah.
That's a natural one
Looks
anyway.
like he
so-
needs
Cool. Leo, what are you thinking about? Or, sorry, no, I had that backwards. Lucian, you don't make the saving throw. Leo makes the saving throw. Leo, what are
Oh.
you thinking about? Just surface level thoughts, stream of consciousness, and then make a saving throw and tell me what you get.
I'm thinking that everybody's pretty pissed off right now.
Except for Gwen and Athera.
Yeah, we're chill.
Yeah. I guess Ava and Rosari's are pretty pissed off.
So that I'm not putting words into your mouth, give me like a direct. You can pick up on the effect. Something here is taking your thoughts and whispering it in the ears of other people. So what does Lucian hear? Like in words, stream of consciousness style.
I guess at this point, it's more like, did I make a bad choice? I don't know what to do. Fuck. And that's it.
What'd you get on that wisdom save?
I need to roll it. I got bullshit 14.
That's enough. Lucian, you hear the whispering of what kind of sounds like Leo second guessing himself. Did I make the right choice? Everyone's pissed at me. I don't know if what I'm doing is right. Dejectedness. The rest of you also all pick up little whispers and details from people's minds. It keeps shifting and changing as you guys approach the mouth of this cave. If any of you want to specifically listen for another member of the party, let me know.
I want to take a peek in the cave.
I want to hear Rosari's head.
Cool. Rosari's also giving me a wisdom save. Gwen, you peek in the cave, you move some of the vines back, and you see Ranth sitting there with a fire. Rio is like resting beside the fire. She's eating some food that she's cooked.
Oh, nice.
I want to hear what Lucian's thinking too.
Cool. Lucian, you got a nat 1 on that save, so we'll get there.
Oh my god.
Shorty, I'll just willingly fail. I don't
Okay.
think I'm guarding myself against it.
Cool. You get the vibe now. In a run-on sentence if you want. What are you thinking about?
I think you'll hear just at first it's a list of names that you would recognize from my shield, but then it starts to turn into names like what's your father's name, Leo? Gorzander?
Yes.
Shorty, is that his actual name? I forget.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll start to hear names like that, and then I think you'll hear like, it's unfair. Why do I have to deal with everything? I hate this. This isn't my job. Why do I have to do it? And you'll kind of hear that spiraling down, and it kind of gets angrier the more you listen to it.
Cool. And someone is listening into Lucian's thoughts, trying to pick those out. So, Lucian, you rolled a nat 1 on your save. I want you to give me everything. Not only what you're thinking it, but like why you're thinking it, who it's connected to. And I'm even going to
About a
say
spicy novel he read recently.
who said they were listening to Lucian?
Me.
Leo, I'm going to let
Leo.
you ask a question of your choice. And I'm going to say that Lucian has to answer it.
Does Lucian think I made the right choice?
Cool. All right, Jambo, give it to us.
So what do I have to reveal?
Give us your
You just-
stream of
Hey,
like
give
what
it
are
a-
your lore document for your
Yeah.
character.
what are you thinking about, and give us detail about it. But also, do you think Leo made the right choice?
If I'm reading everything,
Mhm.
the reason I'm a pacifist is because I read something when I was like 13 that said that if I'm a pacifist and I give that pacifism across to a god that's like a violent god as like a gift, then I can get a favor from them to access my sister. And so when it comes to, is that what I have to reveal? Have I
Yeah.
revealed too much?
But I'm gonna challenge you to change the format a little bit. These whispers are taking the form of almost like you are whispering to the person. So rather than giving us the information above the table, say it as if Lucian is telling it to Leo. Or like, I guess he's thinking in his head. So he like, what is he thinking to himself about it?
Made the right decision. If your decision purpose like moves on your goal, then you've made the right decision. My decision of that is that I've made the right decision for it. And if you feel like you're doing good, then you're doing good. Don't pay attention to anyone else's goal. Make your own goal.
Fucking love you, Lucian.
So, Leo, you get all that information. You're peering into his mind. You know about Lucian is sticking to his pacifism. He's talking to himself like, I'm sorry if I can't defend everybody. I got to keep my pacifism. I got to keep myself pure because I need something to offer to get my sister. That's my most important thing. Leo's going after his most important thing. I respect that. He's making the right call here. So all of you hear this whispering back and forth, various people's minds. I'm going to say that multiple of you probably hear that from Lucian with that nat 1 wisdom save. But you cross the threshold into the cave and it all dissipates. Ranth looks up at you guys and welcomes you, and she's like, "Hey, glad you guys made it. We'll camp out here for the night. We can do cycles of watch and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are going to want to do that right outside the cave because the whisper weed out there is kind of nasty, but I figured it'd help keep us defended. You know, some strange creature comes up and they start hearing whispering, they're probably going to want to leave."
Smart.
Good
I mean,
thinking.
sorry, smart.
Smart.
Wow, that's so smart.
It's so big brain.
Yeah, but Ranth sets you guys all down. You go to sleep for the night. So unless you guys have anything to add, we'll just say that you guys cycle out on some watches. we'll do like 2 at a time. Ranth will stay up on first watch. Aethera, you can go into a trance, and then you guys will swap after. And then the rest of you guys can kind of fill in wherever you want. You wake up in the
Okay.
morning, bright and early. It's nice. It's pretty outside. The sun is coming through some of the breaks in the branches. You guys hear the chirping of crickets and frogs. You hear birds tweeting. You hear deer running through. It's so nice. It's really pretty when it's not trying to actively kill you. You wake up in the morning. Ranth gets you guys up. She tosses together a really quick breakfast, just some like foraged berries and stuff like that. And she says, "All right, that's a bit of traveling. We should make it to Arbori by sundown. So hope you guys are ready to walk."
I'm
ready.
ready.
Fantastic.
Rest of you good?
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Great.
Nice
everyone
chat,
else is
guys.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sure.
Cool.
No needs a little foot massage or anything.
Nope,
Oh,
none of
no.
that. I'm out. She exits with
I'm joking.
Rio. They stretch a little bit. The rest of you guys filter out. You try to tune out the whispering that comes from those weeds. And as you guys are sitting there getting ready, the sun kind of shining down through a break in the trees, lighting up the area for you guys. Ranth kind of cracking her neck a little bit, getting ready to ride. She says, "Lucian, you not itching to harvest some of this stuff? I took you for an alchemist of sorts.
Um,
You know, Baron's big
My
into
mind's on
alchemy."
those. yeah, my mind's on other things right now, but yeah, I can. Yeah. If it will help.
I mean,
Look
I'm
around.
not saying it'll help. I just assumed that you would be over the moon for this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, normally, but
Hey, that's fine.
yeah,
Eyes on the
I'll
prize.
look around. Yeah, eyes on
Hey,
the prize. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've never tried it before, but what do you think? Do you know what would happen if I ate some whisperweed?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Remember
Do you
the
wanna
last time
find
you ate
out?
something? No.
I mean, as long as it won't make me sick. Fuck it.
It might.
God damn.
Okay, whatever.
Here, how about this?
I'll
How
hold
about if I-
off.
No, you know what? Go
I'll
ahead.
pick-
Do it.
No,
Do
Rant,
it.
you're not helping.
She's gonna learn
Wait,
one
I'll-
way or the other.
How about I pick some and you can eat it when we're somewhere that if you get sick, it's okay.
Deal.
I'm gonna harvest a little bit of
Thank
it.
you, Aethera.
I'll go have a look around and see if anything I can spot picks my eye out.
I mean, the whisperweed is right there, but if you want to give me we'll call it like a nature check if you want to look for any other plants or anything.
Fuck me. Nope.
Whoa.
Sorry. That's another natural one. No, I
Oh
didn't.
my god. Yeah, I mean, the whisperweed's there. That's not going anywhere, but I'm going to say
Yeah, I'll
that
take that. I'll take that.
as soon as you go and you start looking for other stuff, it's gone. So give me an alchemist tools check. I'll even say that Ranth helps you. She gives you advantage.
22.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, you're
with
good.
advantage. 27.
Yeah, Jesus. Go ahead, add to your inventory. On a 27, whisperweed, I believe, is a what's the man for the? It's a common ingredient. So on a 27, you're gonna get, I think, 5 like sets of it. Hell yeah.
Um,
And on that check with the 27, I'm gonna also let you know what you can make with this. Whisperweed would be great to make like a potion of detect thoughts. Or you could even use it and harness it in the right way to do like a potion of telepathy, but that would take a lot more resources to do because that would be like a higher level potion.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys begin exiting out and traversing one more time. Yet again, a couple of hours go by. You cross through a couple of streams. Not a ton happening. As you guys travel out early in the morning, one of the things that you see that Gwen, you instruct everybody to be really quiet for, but you guys see like a little family of owl bears out running around. One of the big ones is up scratching on a tree, leaving these huge, deep grooves down this massive column of bark. A couple of owlbear children are running around playing, like splashing around in some mud, chasing each other around. A couple other ones are off eating berries from bushes. It's fun from a distance.
They're so cute when they're not mauling my neighbors.
Yeah.
They're pretty cute.
Another thing that happens after another couple of hours is you guys begin going through a part of the forest where there's these kind of caverns that almost go down into the ground, these rocky cliff sides up on either side of you, and it is covered with these bright purple flowers with green spots all over them. And as you guys approach, they start to kind of light up a little bit, and their leaves begin to bloom a little bit and kind of glow, giving you some light as you guys pass.
Can I harvest a few?
Yeah, go ahead, give me an herbalism check.
14.
Cool. You go up to one and you begin to touch it to harvest it. And right as you touch the petals on the outside, those like really nice, almost neon purple and those green dots glowing really brightly, the entire bulb of the flower, which is like about the size of your hands if you put them together, bursts open and a cloud of gas covers you. I need you and I'm going to say it has to be two other people, whoever would be closest to Aethera. So probably Gwen and whoever
Me,
else is
yeah.
up towards the front. All of you guys make Constitution saving throws for me.
Thanks, Aethera.
I'll
Okay,
I'll
I've
do
never
it.
seen these ones before.
I'll be there solely because you'll get a +3 to your saving throw.
Oh yeah.
To all of us?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
two at
sick.
least.
I got an 18.
Nice.
16.
Cool.
Con save 23.
Nice.
All of you pass, so you're all gonna take 5 points of poison damage as you kind of cough it out, but then you get out of the cloud, you dissipate it, and it goes back up. And you aren't gonna take any more damage, just 5 points of poison. Now, Aethera, if you want to try to harvest this again, now that it has bloomed, probably be a little bit easier. I don't know if it'll be as much use for you, but Ava, poisonous gas sounds right up your alley. So if you would like to attempt to harvest one, you certainly could.
Did she get any?
I don't know.
You just exploded him.
just-
No, on
Did I
that
just
first
get
one, on a
brave?
14, it just explodes on you and you don't collect anything.
Oh.
But if you want to try
Okay.
again, now that it's already bloomed, it can't hurt you. So you're just collecting like the petals and stuff.
What check do I make?
You would have to
Poison?
give me a poisoner's kit check. Aethera, are you wanting to still try to collect it?
Yeah, I'm committed now.
Okay, give me one more check.
16.
16 will do it. On the first check, it's really hard not to get this thing to blow up. After that, when all of the gas and the poison is gone, petals are easy. You go through and you slice a couple of those off. You get a couple of these petals that will probably retain their ability to glow to some extent. So if you want to write that down in a note, this is called a Venebus bloom. Venebus. Ava, Poisoner's Kit.
16 plus. Just 3.
On a 19, it's still going to explode in your face, and I need the other 3 people to make a
Oh
con
my
save.
god! No, I'm so sorry.
There are still more
I
if
make
you
one
want to
too, or-
attempt. Yeah, you, Lucian, and Leo.
What happened?
I need a con save from all of you.
Oh shit.
No.
14. 15.
That's a
13.
5.
13.
Cool. All of you take 5 points of poison damage. Ava and Leo, I need you to make another con save. Every time you fail, you take another 2d4 poison damage.
I'm down.
Shit.
Oh.
19.
I failed again. I failed again.
Cool. That's another 5. Make another one.
I failed again.
That is another 2.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You fail again.
Wait,
So
are you still
13
trying?
pass?
No.
Are you still trying to harvest?
Holy shit.
Nope, she's making con saves. That's 6 points of poison
Why
damage.
so many?
Oh!
As
How
soon
many?
as that happens, I'm gonna walk over and just see what's going on. So she's within 10 feet of me now.
Ava breathed in some of this gas directly into her lungs, and she is hacking up a lung a couple feet away from you guys.
That one is a flat 18 with
You're good.
plus
You're good.
3 from him.
Yep.
Okay. Oh god, I'm like below half health.
Oh my gosh.
You guys watch as Ava walks over to one of the walls away from this, and she's coughing up. And as you are coughing and coughing and coughing, like blood starts to come up, and you
Ooh.
like cough it onto the wall a little bit. You're like leaning against it, having trouble standing.
Do I get it though?
Yeah, you've succeeded. You're,
Oh, good.
Is this the morning? Are we morning
it's not
now?
even noon yet.
Oh,
What is
shit.
it? What is it called again?
Venomous bloom. So you also get like some of the petals and stuff. It's not going to be nearly as potent without that gas that you breathed in. And you could attempt to harvest another one, but harvesting it without it exploding is really hard.
I'm gonna come over. Ava, if you want, we could try work together.
I
Maybe
really,
that'll
really
be-
do want it.
You know,
I can cast
how-
guidance on you as well.
if
How
one of
good
you
are
has,
you at harvesting things? I might.
Not great.
Why don't you help me?
I'll help you.
Okay.
one of you has
I'll
a
cast
spare
guidance.
jar, you could maybe pop it over
I cast
the
guidance
bucket
on
and just
Aethera.
close it on it.
Also, before that, I'm gonna be like, Ava, I know you're not letting Theo heal you right now, but would you mind if I do? Because you're not looking very good.
Oh, I'm totally fine. And she just coughs up blood on her chest.
Bloodshot eyes, blood on her mouth.
I
Right.
feel great.
I'm gonna put a hand on her shoulder and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
You heal for 16.
Oh.
If you guys want to attempt to harvest another one, Aethera, make the check with advantage plus a d4. The DC is 20
guidance,
to
yeah.
get this thing without it exploding.
Wow, I was so close.
You were really close.
I was.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I didn't get it.
No!
I'm still standing there, by the way.
All
I'm there
right.
helping.
Wait, is that plus 3? Is that plus 3 plus the plus 4?
It's not a
Oh,
save.
that's the thing. Oh, I was saying that for our Constitution saving
Oh,
throws that we're
shit,
about to have to
okay.
make.
All right,
I got
Aethera,
+4 plus covers.
Aethera, Ava, Lucian, con saves. I hope y'all don't die by trying to collect these damn flowers.
Do I need to
I'm
make
alright,
it?
I'm alright.
40?
I got
Uh,
21,
I
I got
just
21.
got healed.
I'm above a 20.
I am not even above a 10.
Oh my
Did you
God.
use my +3?
I sure did.
Thank
Can I like
Lucian?
push
I got
Ava
21.
behind me or something?
I'm helping you.
I didn't hear you, Lucian. What?
21.
Ava, you're the only one who failed. You're going to take another 6 points of poison damage. Aethera brings you over. She starts trying to help you out a little bit. Make a con save with advantage.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a new dice with advantage. 18 plus.
There you
Plus
go.
the
You're
Arizari's
good.
thing.
You're good.
Oh, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, DC was only 14.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys collected a couple of petals from the venomous flower, but none of it's poison, which was really the valuable thing there. The petals still have this glowing effect, but you guys collect, we'll say you collected 5 from the first one. We'll say you collect 5 from all of them. So Ava, you get 5. Aethera, you get 10.
But they're
I'm
worthless.
so tempted to try again, but I don't
I
want
know.
to waste the time.
I don't even want the petals.
There are plenty there, and
Okay,
you
I'm
got
going to-
advantage and guidance.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you too again.
Ava, you get
Really?
8 HP, by the way.
And I'll tell you
Thank
what,
you.
if you want to describe to me how you're attempting to get it, I might even lower the DC. Like Izzy gave you a good idea of like,
I'm gonna take and be like, Gwen, what were you saying about the jar?
Put it over the bloom and just like close the jar on it. Might rip up some stem with it, but it'll get you what you want.
It's a good idea.
Was the bloom exploding when I was trying to pull it off? Because I feel like it might still
the bloom explodes as soon as you touch it.
At
Is it a
least
big jar?
it explodes, it'll be in the jar. So
But is it a wide mouth jar? Is it big enough to not touch it, to go over it?
depends what you got. I don't know.
Okay. We'll try it.
Okay.
Come on, Athera.
I'm gonna say with your herbalism kit, you probably have some sort of jar that you carry around. So we'll make it work. The DC is 16, exact same setup as last time. Should be significantly easier.
I have such a high plus on my herbalism. I've just been rolling like crap. Okay, I'm above a 20 with all the bonuses.
Now we're talking. You slide the jar over, you get like a trimming knife or something and slide it behind, drop the bulb into the jar, it begins to bloom and explode. You slam the lid on, tighten it closed, and you guys watch as the jar fills with this gross purple and green gas that kind of just sits there. You can swirl it, and it's almost like, you know when you put like glitter and stuff in water, how it like moves and swirls? Gas
it's
starts
so
to do that.
pretty.
Oh, that is cool. I'll give it to Ava. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. This
All right.
means so much
Ava.
to me.
You can add a jar of venomous bloom poison to your inventory. To let you know, to add to your notes, it's the exact same as if you had just interacted it with it yourself. So if you like pour the gas on someone in front of you, it's a DC 14 con save. And for every failure, you take 2d4 poison damage. And it lasts for up to a minute.
Okay.
Should just use it as a snow globe.
Or you can
It
use it
really
as a
is
snow globe.
pretty. I think I'll put it in my room.
Just make sure that jar doesn't break unexpectedly.
Sealed tight.
Fantastic. All right. You guys continue on. A lot of you are covered with these sort of like glowing and pulsing yellow lights on you. The venomous bloom poison, like the petals kind of glow and emit a little bit of soft light, and they keep kind of like twinkling on and off, almost like those like Christmas lights that you see that'll kind of come on and then fade out, come on and fade out. So especially Ava is lit up with these things. The rest of you guys just have a couple on you where you see like little dots of greenish yellow light kind of flicker.
I'm
on and off.
glowing.
Ava's glowing. She's literally emitting light.
Mhm.
Rantha is still flying up ahead of you guys. You're able to follow her. Gwen, you cast Hunter's Mark again. You guys continue going. Will everyone give me a perception check at this point?
15.
Natural one.
Yeah.
I've also got a natural one.
Nice.
13.
I got a
That's
19.
16.
Cool.
Oblivious.
After you guys come out of this little cavern covered in these lights, a couple minutes go by and Rant flies down and she hops off of Rio, feeds him a treat, and walks up to you guys. Keeps her distance, but kind of looks you up and down. She's like, ugh, you guys are bright.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
messing with some flowers.
We thought we'd be good at it, but we're not.
Yeah. At least tell me you didn't lick them.
Gwen
No.
tried to.
No, I
They
didn't.
exploded in our faces.
Stop.
Yeah, be glad you didn't lick them, because if you lick them, it explodes right in your mouth. And
Oh, that would hurt even
I was
more.
really tempted to
right.
pick one until someone else did and it exploded. So
Yeah.
Right down the mouth.
she
no, I know
looks,
not to.
she looks up and you guys up and down, and she's like, okay, so venomous flowers, incredibly poisonous and dangerous if you get them in your system. Ava, I
It's great.
see some blood down here, so
Here.
I'm assuming you
Mhm.
learned your lesson.
No, I just learned what it feels. I always like to test things out before I do them on others.
That's very ethical.
It is.
You know
Mhm.
what? I respect that. I respect that.
Thank you.
Who rolled a 19 on perception?
The guy with the +0 perception score.
Rosaries, you notice that as the conversation sort of comes to a close, when Rant is about to get back on Rio, Rio's head perks up, head turns to the side, and you watch him like looking out into the forest. And at the same time, Rant's long wood elven ears that sort of curve down a little bit. You watch as one twitches and she flicks her head to the side in the same direction as Rio, and she starts scanning the forest looking for something.
I'm gonna immediately draw my greatsword and tell everyone to get ready for another fight.
She holds her hands up. Aethera, you also begin hearing it with your passive perception. You hear heavy thudding steps, not running, very slowly approaching. And then Rant holds up her hands and like motions for you guys to stop talking. It gets eerily quiet for a moment, and then you feel the ground kind of shake just a little bit and a little bit. It has a tense little moment in the air. You hear something through the bushes, sniffing, smelling the air, and Rant very quietly whispers to you guys, and she says, "Need to go. We need to do it very quietly."
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
I'm gonna go up with Rio, and then you guys keep going, follow, same way we were going. All right.
All right.
She carefully gets on Rio. Rio flies up in the air, darts around, and circles around the opposite way that you guys were going. As you all begin to march off, I need you all to give me your stealth checks.
You get a +10.
Get a plus
But you know
10.
what? Half plate
plus
still gives you
10?
A
disadvantage.
+10.
You still got
I
this
got a
advantage.
nat 20 plus 11 plus
Yeah.
10.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
41.
It's a
Yeah.
broken
41.
spell. It's a
Hey,
broken spell.
hey,
Nobody sees me.
I
Oh, I don't want.
I got a
10.
36
Wow.
What are we
Pretty
rolling? What are we rolling?
close.
stealth.
So, plus 10.
I got a
Oh.
10 with the plus
Fuck.
10.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh, really?
Wow.
I got a natural 1
I got eight.
with the
Oh,
-1.
God.
I got a 17 with the plus 10.
If
Okay.
You
that
got an
helps.
8 with a plus 10?
No,
So,
Leo.
really quick.
that's not real.
Oh, that'd be an 18. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
I was about
you.
to say mine should be
My
about
bad.
as close as we get. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Oh, my God. So Rosari's was the lowest at a 10. What was the second lowest?
Not
Name?
41.
17, I think.
Okay. At that point, you guys are moving incredibly quiet. Rosari's is half plate, which now is a great time to describe it. Tell us what it looks like, because I believe it's new after all of the escapades
Yeah.
in the Sabrine Coliseum.
Yeah, so I bought it in Sabrine. It's made of Kruthic plating. So it's kind of like a chitinous material almost, but it's the way it's crafted together very much looks, feels, and apparently sounds metallic. So it's half plate, so it covers mostly just like the thighs, the chest, and the shoulders. The forearms are a little bit barren, and then the legs are mostly just like the chain material that you would hook on for full plate mail.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be metallic. I completely forgot that you had changed out your armor in between sessions, but it is this sandy brown colored like chitinous material, like you said. So you guys have fought Kruthix before. You know they're big like plate arms and heads and all that stuff built into armor. You guys begin walking and your armor is jingling a little bit. And you guys see from a break in the bushes at this point, no more than 25 feet away. It is huge. It is twice the size of any bear that you have ever seen. It has thick, rippling gray skin covering a complete body of muscle. 6 yellow eyes starting at a long snout with these huge fangs in the front that is sniffing in the air. Those 6 eyes go up in a little curve, huge holes in the front, smelling the air. It's looking around and it smells and hears you guys and it turns its head. And you hear a guttural, loud, terrifying, if we're being honest, roar that sounds unlike any creature you've ever heard. And we're not going to roll initiative because I have it pre-rolled, but this thing is immediately going to charge at you guys.
Question: did I get another 0 on initiative in this pre-roll?
No, I put it in order of your dexterity scores, and
Oh, so
then
I'm still last.
the
Got it.
monster
What the
goes
fuck?
last.
Not last. Let's go.
Man. Do
Shorty, I would like
or
the record.
Athera recognize this thing? Sorry.
No, go ahead. I just want to
give
say it on
me-
stream that I got a 0 twice tonight. I hate this.
Give me a nature check.
Ooh, nat 20!
Ooh.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm giving it to Gwen. All my good rolls.
Why don't I?
Thank you, mini dice.
Can I have those dice?
Well, they're
Mini
they're
dice?
tiny. You
I'll-
want? You
I'll,
want?
I'll
That's
give you the dice that I've rolled a nat 1 on twice in a row.
On a nat 20, the only name that you have for this thing is a gray render. It is a massive beast that roams through. It's not related to any of like the dinosaur-esque creatures that we've interacted with so far. This thing is a huge monstrosity that, for the most part, acts as an herbivore. It eats a lot of plants and it walks around, but it specifically, on a nat 20, I'm going to tell you the reason that it is targeting you now is because you are covered in this venomous bloom, because it loves to eat poisonous stuff.
Oh no, I'm very poisonous
And right now, Ava is
No.
very poisonous.
No.
So let me.
So it wasn't my fault. is
No.
what
No,
I'm
it wasn't
for you.
hearing.
I got
Oh.
a 41.
You're
Um,
hitting the smell of the poisoning.
Smell the poison. It's not
Why
hidden.
don't I have this on roll 20?
I do not have you guys on the page on Roll20 yet. Let me fix that.
Oh.
But to set the scene for you guys and for the stream, this is a big map. There's a lot of stuff here. Ranth immediately flies back to you guys as it completely ignored flying away. And she is hovering about 50 feet above you guys, and she yells, "Get to the water!" And she points down from you guys on the map to the right. There are, rocky hills, there's bushes, there's a bunch of ferns and explosive poisonous flowers in your way. There's a lot that you are going to have to navigate to get to the water. But she
I would
yells
like
for you
to
to get to the
add-
water.
That difficult terrain shouldn't be an issue for us.
Does that count in combat or just in travel? What's the ability?
Let
read?
me see.
Is that a dead bear?
Yeah. And to
Oh,
really
shit.
set the scene, each of these squares is 5 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That thing's like 35 feet long. That's a big bear.
I'm gonna go hide in the dead bear.
While traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain, you gain the
He
following
Skywalker
benefits.
again.
Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. That's
Okay.
what it says.
So in combat, difficult terrain will still affect you. So just to give you guys some ideas, if you are scaling down any of these cliffs that I'm pointing out right now, it's super slow because the map is so big. You will have to make like athletics or acrobatics check. It might slow you down. Some of them have vines that you could crawl down, but it might damage you. Or if you fall, you'll just take damage. If you run through any plants like these ferns right beside you, that's difficult terrain. Or if you go through any of these bulbous, glowing blue ones, those are supposed to be the venomous blooms. And then there's some other stuff on the map, like this giant purple flower here. There's some blue flowers down here. You don't really know what all of them are going to do. So let's go ahead and start with this gray render right behind you, immediately about to charge the group. Ava, you're first.
Why?
I kind of like going last, actually, for
I
this.
can't even see. Hold on.
I get to go last for the obstacle course. This is great.
I don't have roll 20. You're too far in. I don't know.
I'll narrow down
Going-
your choices
Going
here.
away
I kind of don't
from
mind
the
you.
thing.
I don't mind you going first, but you have 3 choices that I really see here. You can either dash down. There is a path down, like to the south, that leads you to the river, but you'll have to run through some like difficult terrain to get there. You could go straight, but then right down this hill, there is a massive dead bear covered in this venomous bloom, like those sparkling yellow lights. You could run north because it looks like some of the paths are too small for the gigantic beast that's following you to fit through, but then you'll have to do a lot of acrobatics to like scale down the cliffs and make it through those paths as well.
I can do acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would do that.
Cool. Go ahead. Do you want to just double dash?
Yeah.
Cool. So you can get 70 feet, and then this stuff will be difficult terrain. So 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. You are right in the middle of this big collection of ferns. You're running through these giant leaves, and right ahead of you is a small, like 15, 10-foot cliff that you're going to have to like jump down and use some acrobatics to prevent damage.
Okay.
Gwen, you are up next.
I'm gonna take a right and kind of go up this way. If I can. Cell's right there. Let me see. Oh! The thing's in the way. Okay. 35, 40. So I'll go where that 40 mark is. Right there.
Sweet. You don't interact with that flower, so it does not
Well,
explode.
was any of that difficult terrain?
I think there's a cliff right there, so you'll have to run down this way first. I should have been watching more carefully. That's my fault.
I'll just rearrange that. I still want to dash, but I don't know like what is difficult and what isn't.
None of this right here is difficult, no.
Okay, so then I'm gonna move 80 feet.
Gang shit.
Go there, and then go around.
Yeah, you can make it
Right-
to like
right about there.
right there, somewhere in there.
All right.
Cool. I also know it's hard to see on the map because I tried to incorporate the trees in there, so I made them like transparent, but it's not easiest thing to see through them. But you're running through, the ground is covered in like moss and vines and stuff, but none of it will count as difficult terrain. You're running through, you dashed Aethera.
Okay, well, I'm counting things.
Kind of turn into a bird and fly away.
I wish. I wish. Okay. I'm going to turn into
Nice singing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a bard now, actually, did I say?
Ooh.
You said
Yeah.
turn into a bird, she
too?
heard turn into a bard.
I'm a bard. I am going to turn into the Leonix, though. And
Sweet.
then...
Where's our cat token?
Can't. I believe, if I'm understanding this correct, Shorty, I can dash twice if I don't attack.
If I remember
Says
the
quick-
stat block off the top of my head, it is you've already used your bonus action to wild
Oh,
shape.
that's correct. Yep.
You can use your
I always
action to
forget that.
dash, and so long as you don't attack as an action, you can dash as a bonus action as well.
Even though I already used my... But not this time.
Not this time, but like next turn, you absolutely could.
Okay, well, for now, let's make sure there's not something better I can do. Okay. Yeah, for now, I'm just going to dash and go... Where is it? Okay, can you see my arrow? If I go that direction, it's fine.
Yes, this is a cliffside right here, so you'll have to avoid that. in this fern would be difficult terrain, but you could still make it to like that square, the square above it.
That's where. Okay, we'll do that.
Nice. Lucien.
I'm going to move 60 feet to where I am now. I'll cast haste onto. I don't know. I'll cast on Rosaries. And then I'll cast one thing at Leo to give him bless. I'm done.
Sweet. All right, so Rosaries, you're hasted. Leo, you're blessed. Leo, that takes
Blessed.
it to you.
I am going to dash all the way down.
You're in the
there.
bulbous things. You're in them.
Oh, JK.
Oh, I so
that.
want to do it
Where does
to
it
you.
like become difficult terrain?
Difficult terrain is any of the, like I'm pinging them right now, these like big plants that you see on the ground. So like running through those costs extra movement. But if
Okay.
you run into or get too close to one of these things that you're right beside, those are the venomous blooms. There are
Okay.
like patches of them growing on like walls and bushes and stuff. So you might want to take a step or two away.
Perfect. I'm gonna move
Right there.
up here.
We'll take it. Rosaries, you are hasted.
Cool. I'm hasted. The only thing I know that is faster than me being hasted is Loki, just dashing and then being able to, just face step or whatever I think it is.
Yeah. Also, question: don't you have? Is it where anything that affects you also affects your mount? So I think Loki would also be hasted.
I think it's specifically just healing. If I get healed, life bond is when you regain hit points from the level 1 spell, the steed regains the same number of hit points.
I so
other
thought
than that, I don't see anything on here that says it gets anything.
Let me check.
But the problem is, Shorty, you know what's coming. I rolled and got the wrong thing. So as soon as I summon Loki, he'll sort of appear like he missy stepped in. But as soon as he appears, he starts wailing out in anguish. And his voice his whining turns into like thousands of voices whining. Then it slowly turns into a howl. And then he starts to become a flame. And then he sort of just explodes, and what's there instead of Loki is a giant hellhound instead.
Idle.
What? Wow.
Visual description. I'm assuming dark fur, bright red eyes. Like glowing
So
red
it's
mouth.
like his underside looks like molten rock, and his backside looks like dark smoke from a fire.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Love that.
Um,
I read the fine steed.
Do
And
you?
I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit here. It says you can make any spell you cast that targets only you to also affect your steed, but I'm gonna let that also mean a spell someone else casts that only targets you. So I will say that in this instance, haste applies to both of you.
Okay,
Put it down.
so that means my speed is doubled, right?
Yes.
Cool. So Aegon has a speed of 120 right now,
Oh my god.
Damn.
but it's difficult terrain, so he can move 60. I'm just going to use Cosmo because it's easier for me.
You can always
I'm-
use that dash, the extra thing to dash.
Sure, you get an extra action.
Does Aegon get the extra? I don't know. This is confusing.
Yeah.
For now, instead of doing that, I'm going to ask Aegon because I tried to summon Loki. I'm like, hey, do your special ability. And Aegon, instead of turning or trying to teleport, he's going to turn and unleash a anguishing howl at the beast. It needs to make a DC 14. Let me see. DC 14. It doesn't say. what it is.
I'm assuming it's a
Wisdom
wisdom
saving throw.
save.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Um, it's not very good at these. It fails.
You're kidding. That thing looks so wise.
I
Okay, so it is it has the frightened conditioned until the end of my next turn.
Hell yeah.
So instead of running away, I'm just gonna stay here, and I believe it means it has to run away, right?
Frightened condition.
It
I
can't
think it
move.
just means it
It
can't
can't move
move.
towards you.
Cool. I'm gonna use my action to do what is it? Dash, and anytime it tries to get around me to anybody else, I'm just gonna get in its way to where it can't move towards them.
Cool. I like that plan. So frightened will make it where it has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you are within line of sight, and it can't move closer to you. So as long as you are, and with how much movement you have, I would let you hold some of your movement for as soon as it starts to move, you can kind of like block it off. But as long as you're standing in the way, it can't get closer to anyone else in the party.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Fantastic. Hell yeah. And that brings it to its turn. It was going to immediately dash just forward, chasing after you guys, specifically Ava. But as soon as it's going to take
No.
a step or two this way, I'm assuming you go up. And this is going to be a war of attrition here. You have more movement than it. I think its movement is only 30 feet. So it's going to keep trying to like avoid you and run away. And then you just run in front of it. You guys are essentially locked in a stalemate here. And I will just let you guys stay exactly where you're at. Ava, that takes it to you again.
Okay. I'm going
Cool.
to the water, like she said.
First thing I'm gonna need you to do is make me a dexterity or an acrobatics check, we'll say, if you're trying to like fall down this cliff gracefully.
Okay. 18.
That'll do it. You run ahead, busting through some of these ferns. You slide up to the edge of this little cliffside, grab on the edge, and like find some footholds, and just quickly drop down onto the next floor. Go ahead and give me one more, because if you're double dashing, you're gonna have a lot of movement.
That's only a 13.
Cool. I'm gonna let you decide. Do you want to take damage or slow down?
It takes damage.
Okay, cool. You would move 90 feet, right? We'll put you right there. You are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You're going down the next cliff. You kind of slip halfway. Your foot gives way, and you fall and crash into the ground. But you roll over quickly and keep going. And I think that's all you can do. Action dash, bonus action dash, 30 feet of movement. Yeah. When?
Yeah. I'm gonna let me just measure real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, y'all
Gonna
can measure
move-
ahead of time and like plan out your turn.
Yeah, my bad.
You're good. You're good.
I'm gonna
Called
move this
out.
cliff over here, and I'm gonna hop down.
All right. Did you pass
From
within
the
5 feet of this
vine.
thing?
I tried to avoid it when I was measuring. I don't remember where I was last.
I saw that line go straight through it. That token just
Did it?
moved right through it.
No, I
if-
was talking about the measuring thingy.
Hold on.
I
Look,
think I
look,
did
look.
it like right here. Is where I did my measurement.
That's still within 5 feet. You're gonna have to move an extra little bit down.
Then
So
I'll move a little bit down.
I'm not sure
My
if you're
bad,
gonna be able
Daddy.
to fully make it. Also, you can right click while you're doing that, and it'll like put a stop there and. Keep
Oh
going.
damn! I'm a boomer. My bad.
Yeah. So I think
I'll
with
move here. I can move 80 feet with the dash.
Oh yeah, because you got the extra 10 feet of movement. Okay, so you could get down here. If you want to climb down, it's going to take an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I want to climb down.
But the vines are
those
going to help you a
little
little
vine
bit.
things. Yeah.
Here's what'll happen. If you get a 16 or higher, 0 damage. If you get a 10 or higher, you make it down, but you take 1d4 piercing damage.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
Hell yeah. You make it
Bean
down. And then between now and your next turn, you're going to have to pick, are you about to run near this giant flower that looks awfully like a venomous bloom, or are you going to run away? But while you're thinking about that,
yeah.
Athera, Where's the cat?
Go with Thera.
Go, Thera, go.
All right. Go. I'm going to basically run like to follow Ava to a sense. So I'll run. I'm gonna dash, which gets me 70 feet total.
Don't forget that these are extra movement right here.
They just look like regular.
Yeah, running through big
I
thick
just-
bushes.
What if I just run between them?
Then
Like that.
no extra movement.
See?
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Perfect. Going there. Oh no. Here, I think.
Okay, and you're going down the cliff. Acrobatics
I am.
check if you are jumping down. You're literally a cat. I'm gonna give you advantage.
Thank you. 18 is fine.
18. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do it again. And run. I bet that bush is bad. Or at least extra movement.
Damn, you get
So
a
I'll
lot
come
of
up.
movement.
I know. You made this thing. Right up beside her.
Cool. Another acrobatics check to get down the next one. Same thing, DC 14 to do it without any mishaps.
Yeah, I got like a 17.
Yep. Okay, you're good. Big dash, big sprint. Love to see it. Lucian.
Can I make a check to see if I recognize this creature?
Give me a. Ooh, it's considered a monstrosity, so I'm gonna let you pick. You can either do a nature check if you want me to tell you about the animal and its behavior, or you can do an arcana check and I'll tell you about any like magical abilities and stuff that it might have.
Arcana's +6, so I'll go Arcana. 22.
Cool. On a 22, this thing isn't very magical, it's just big and strong, but you do know, judging by the place, the creature, and like the things that you've probably read about Aeortia a little bit before coming here. This thing is not just dangerous because of its strength, it's also dangerous because over the table, every time it takes damage, it gets to make an attack as a reaction. So, if someone like Rosaris is attempting to like hold it off and someone else attacks it, it's going to strike at him.
Okay.
So I'll tell you that on a 22. Outside of that, I don't really know what else you'd get with an Arcana check.
I'm going to cast Grease underneath his legs.
Ooh. Okay, so that's a Dex save,
Yep.
right? He got a 10.
Nope. He
Alright.
hits the floor.
Cool. So he is frightened and prone. Oh my god.
I gotta move away.
Word.
That's-
Whoa, you just
that's-
climbed a cliff, buddy.
Oh, did I? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go back.
Yeah, right here you were like right on the edge of the cliff, but this right here
Uh-huh.
like is like a 15-foot rocky cliff up. So you can run
Okay.
up here,
2,
kind of
3,
navigate around.
4, 5, 6. Okay. So that's action. Did my observation call like taking
No,
an
that was
action or
free.
bonus action? That's free. I'll cost one thing onto Rosaris to make him last.
Cool. I don't think he's missing any health, but you give him the bless.
No, cool. Give him the blast.
Leo. I think David's still here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If I just go south, is that the water down there? Like off map?
Nope.
Where the fuck is the water at?
The water is towards Rant, who is all the way to the right.
If you just scroll out from the map,
I see it, yeah.
Leo's so lost. He's like,
God
guys, where's the
damn it.
water?
Yeah, guys, I can't see
He has
shit.
no internal compass.
Nope.
That wisdom.
I'm just gonna run 60 feet this way.
Cool. You're dashing. You're in heavy armor. It's not easy for you. That
Nope.
brings it back to Rosari's. Same plan or anything else?
Well, after this turn, he's not going to be frightened anymore.
Okay.
So
Does he repeat it after every turn, or
no,
is it just
it's
for one turn?
it's a one-turn thing. It's
Oh.
just a cute little bonus action from my mount.
Cool.
Nothing special.
God,
Gosh, y'all have not made it. Lucian, did you even run, my guy?
I did. I got haste on you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Dang, this is
I
not
made you
going
so
well.
much faster.
I'm gonna run past. Thinking, Lucian, can I try to like scoop him up on my way past?
I'll accept.
Yes, but I need
Like,
Lucian to make
I'll-
an athletics check. You're helping,
Yes.
so he gets advantage.
They're gonna be good. Oh, advantage?
Yeah,
What was it? Sorry, what was the check?
athletics.
Athletics. 0%.
I know you're so good at those.
14.
We'll take it. Yeah, you run up. You see Lucian kind of like running and looking behind. You start riding up to him on this giant fucking hellhound dire wolf thing. Reach an arm down, grab him, sling him up onto the horse, movie style.
I can cast fly, but I've got haste on you. So I can't.
Haste will probably do just fine.
Yeah.
From there, I got another
I
30
can't concentrate. I can't concentrate on anything else.
on this to get to here, and that's just Aegon's movement. I'm gonna go ahead and tell him to dash,
Yep.
which gets us. Oh gosh,
Yeah. All of these
Uh.
yellow dots here are that venomous bloom poison.
Yeah.
cool. How far is this cliff?
About a little over 10 feet, 10 or 15.
Oh, Aegon's got that. We're gonna jump.
Cool. I'll have Aegon give me a dexterity saving throw to mitigate some of the damage. It's not going to be much damage either way, but
Mitigate, not eliminate.
Yeah.
Somehow my mount has better dex than me. So, and you said saving throw, right?
yep.
So 19 plus 3 is 22.
Hell yeah. I don't even really want to give him any damage here, but we'll say 1 point of bludgeoning damage as he takes a pretty big jump off of a 15-foot thing and like crashes into the ground, but this huge hellhound just absorbs the shock and keeps running.
Cool. And I think that was all of my movement.
Yeah, jumping down something
Uh,
like that would take like 10 feet of movement.
Yeah, I think that's about how much I had left.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna hold my action. If the thing somehow catches up to me, I am gonna smite it.
Cool. I don't think any of you were there to really see it. Leo, as you're running, you look back and you see this thing like shake off the fear effect. It gets its massive paws and sort of like scratches at its head, lets out another big roar, and then it is running straight after you guys. It's going to take a dash action, but it is not the fastest thing in the world, so it's going to get about right here, trampling through, busting through some of these plants that cause you guys trouble. It is knocking down twigs and leaves and small trees as it runs. And that brings it back to Ava. Ava, are you wanting to run through the poison gas that is below you, or are you going to take another jump down a 15-foot rocky cliff?
I'll jump.
Cool. Acrobatics.
Enough poison for one day.
Yeah.
I'd rather fall on my face now.
I say jump. You're attempting to climb down.
Oh, well, I think I jumped because. Wait, no. Okay, hold on. 8 plus. What do I have again? Acrobatic. 8 plus 8, 16.
16 is going to do it. Okay, you
Okay.
slide down. So we're going to call this like 10 feet of movement. It's going to take you about 30 feet of movement to go over and then down the cliff. But a double dash gives you 90 movement. So you can run another 60, and that gets you. You are feet away from the water. As a matter of fact, I would even allow you, if you wanted to, just jump and get in the river, you could from up here.
Yeah.
Cool. No,
gonna
no
do that.
check needed. You jump off of this little cliff here. You land in the water. It's not deep enough to like fully sink you, but you land in the water and kind of roll and cover yourself in it. And you watch as all these little lights that were flickering on you before get washed away downstream.
Woo.
Gwen.
Hi.
Cool.
Okay, so I wanna kind of go part way down these vines and then like jump right here.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check. The DC is going to be a little bit higher. This one's going to be, we'll say 15. And even on a success, you're going to take a little bit of damage because that.
Ooh, I got
wall-
13.
Ooh, okay. So I'm still going to let you do it, but you're going to take damage while you do it.
Okay. How
That
about how much
is-
movement would that be?
Ooh, 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Well, the wall's about 30 feet, so I'm going to say that it takes about 30 feet of movement.
Okay. And then I will just run the rest of the way to the water.
So you got another, I think, 50, and it's a straight shot there.
I got right there.
And then
Someone
Athera.
ping it for me so I remember. Oh. Oh. Okay, thank you.
Over here. Over here.
Your cat.
Yeah. Quick glance at the water. It looks safe. There's not any suspicious things.
It is running water. It is clear. It's clean. Should be safe.
I don't trust you. One dude.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna avoid the yellow things. So I'm probably just gonna run. I guess I'll do this so you can see it, but I mean, a straight shot is doable.
Yeah, you got 2 cliffs to jump down, so give me 2 acrobatics checks.
What is that? First one's an 11.
Not quite gonna do it.
And the other one is a 18.
Okay. So running this way, your total movement's what? Is it 120?
140.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna make it.
I mean, if I double dash, I don't need to.
Well, getting down the cliffs, I'm also counting that as movement. And each
Okay.
one's about 15 feet. So we'll say that you double dash. You're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you jump down the first one and kind of crash land a little bit. Your second one's a little bit more graceful, landing on this hill. And you slide down into the water, sliding down alongside Ava. And you guys watch as you sort of splash up to this water has some sort of bioluminescent properties to it. So like as you're splashing around, the water does like kind of glow and light up a little bit, but then as it settles, it stops glowing. Lucien, that brings it to you. I guess you're just on the horse. Do you want to do
I'm just on
anything?
the horse. Yeah, nothing else.
But
Nothing
horse.
else I want to do.
Puppy.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just staying.
Yeah, it is a dog. I'll have you know,
A
Shorty.
puppy.
I
I
Oh,
would not
yeah.
go. I would not go as far as to call him a puppy. But
A cute little sweet puppy.
I'm sticking on the hellhound. I'm good to go.
Fair enough. All right. I think David had to dip out early, but I think I know what he's gonna do. He's just running.
I told him I can cut his character. I said I'd dash and dash and dash for him.
Okay. So we'll put him
He said yes.
60 feet this way. He's just gonna run through the rough terrain. He's not gonna jump down. He's wearing heavy armor. That'd be ridiculous, right? Speaking of ridiculous, Rosaris, you and your horse.
To quote some fun.
Holding on.
What'd you call Aegon?
Dog.
Puppy.
What that dog doing?
What's the dog doing?
Gosh, the map's so big it's hard to do some of the controls.
Yeah.
What's the green stuff? Would I know?
Sick, man.
This right here,
Yeah.
that is
Nothing. It's nothing.
I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna stop just short of it.
I'm gonna be honest.
And
I don't know what it is, so I'm gonna say it is just glowing grass.
cool. I don't know what it is, so I am gonna dump Lucian off at Gwen. I'm literally just gonna shove you off.
Waka.
And I'll let that be my action. Somehow I can control Lucian's token. That's interesting.
I made it where you can all control each other's tokens.
Okay,
Ah.
and then
What's up, Gwen?
Dude,
What's up?
What's up?
I just want to see how
Sky.
far it is. So I did 50, so I have 70 feet of movement. Aegon's gonna dash for his movement and then bonus action dash to get down there with me on him.
Cool.
We're trying to go get.
All right, I'm gonna
Stupid butt
move
over here.
the gray render. It's gonna move 60 feet. It's slowly catching up to you guys. It is out there, up next to the bear.
Hey, didn't you say it likes to eat this stuff?
It does.
There's just more of it on Ava, I think.
No, I'm washed. I'm clean.
Ava is clean now.
I'm so clean.
Ava, that is you. Do you want to do anything while you're in the water, or you just want to pass your turn? You could swim out, I guess.
And just, nice swim and move on.
Cool. Your swim speed is only, I'm going to say, I don't think there's any rules for how fast you can actually swim in 6 seconds, but I'm going to say like 10 feet.
I believe it's half your movement speed.
It might just be half your movement speed. So if you just want to use your movement speed to get further in the water, you can absolutely do that.
Sure.
I'll just have you do a normal dash. You get out to the middle. Unless you want to swim across. Either way. Gwen!
Hi. I'm just dashing and moving right there in the water.
Well, you can't get that far in the water. You get to the water.
True.
40
My
feet
bad.
there.
My
you can
bad.
get 20 feet into
Yup,
the water.
Yup. Thank
Yeah.
you.
At this point, now that no one is near it, Rant is going to fly down and she's going to be on Rio taking some shots with her bow at this creature. I should have her character sheet pulled up, so I will go ahead and roll these. That is a 16 and a 30, so she's going to hit. Okay, 19 plus 7, so 26 points of damage that she does to this thing. A drop in the ocean in this thing's health. I'll just go ahead and read the numbers since the stream can see it anyway. This thing has close to 300 hit points.
I think we can do it, guys.
Yeah.
But she is shooting it and trying to get it distracted. Rant is flying up, probably close to up here on the map, up near this big tree, and then she shoots it, deals some damage, and then sees if she can't get its attention and fly away. Does not seem to be working, though. Aethera, that takes it to you. You can just move in the water if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up to that island, basically.
Cool. Lucian, that's you. Gwen ran off.
As you should too. Come on.
I'm in the water. I'm in the water next to Gwen.
Cool. Zach, that'll be Leo.
Is any of this difficult terrain that he's running down to us?
It pretty much all
ferns.
is. Yeah. So if you want to make him dash, just move him 30 feet. I think that'll bring him to about... Well, I was way off. Like here. Yeah.
Cool. I'll have
And
him
then your turn.
get there. Cool.
You got dash, right?
I'll get to here. Can I do the same thing? Try to evac?
Yeah.
Can I just do the athletics check?
Yeah, we'll let you do it.
He's there.
I'm not going to give you
24.
advantage, though.
I didn't take it.
Cool.
So I got a
Yeah,
20.
the 24 is going to do it. Even with the heavy armor, you grab him, fling
He's
him
not
up.
in heavy armor.
Oh, that's right.
he's in the
He's wearing the damn
shift
shift
weave.
weave armor.
Breathe on my man.
I'm gonna grab him by
Gosh.
the collar of the shift weave and just pull him up onto the
I keep
thing, and then
forgetting. I gave Lucian 3 magic items and said pick one, and he's like, "How about the whole party gets some?"
so
I
here's
want one
30.
first to get it.
So we get another 30 from.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, I get 60.
You allowed it, all right? I'm just saying.
I'm fine with it. There's no issue with it. I just keep forgetting. Okay, while you're finishing that up, this thing-
We get to the water. We get to the water.
yeah. This thing is going to dash again. You guys can all continue moving through the water. We'll just end the combat here because it runs down this hill as Rosaris and Leo are the last to get in the water and start swimming across. And it runs up and like splashes in the water and keeps like aggressively pawing at the ground, like digging up some of the dirt and sniffing, growling at you guys, but it is not going to get in the water. And at that point, Rant is flying above you guys as you sort of all filter into this little island that Aethera led you to. And Rant lands over here next to you guys as this thing gets frustrated, lets out a roar, and like sprints back off into the woods.
I was gonna get ready to start and electrify that water if that bitch wasn't getting away.
All right. Rant, like in a pant, gets down off of Rio again, throws a treat. Rio grabs it, unfazed. You guys are all up on this little island thing that kind of juts out like 5 feet up above the water. And Rant is like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest. I thought some of you might be gone after that, but hey, good strategy, good stuff. You guys handled that pretty well."
I'm gonna fall unconscious from the haste spell ending.
What?
No, about him.
Is he still on the horse? What's going
Give
on?
it 6 seconds. Don't worry. He's fine.
Oh.
Is there a lot of these things? Like,
No, they're
how do we?
far from the most common. I didn't expect to run into one, but you know, if you go around licking flowers, that's what happens.
I didn't do it this time.
I didn't lick it.
You said
Just-
licking flowers, not trying to take the flowers.
Same thing.
It
It's,
exploded. In
Is that
my
the same
face.
thing? Is the same
it's the
thing
same.
as licking the flowers instead of taking the flowers?
listen,
I mean, I've done both back at Urulumis, so
Can confirm.
my warnings were not just for the rest of you; they were also for you, Gwen. I know you're from here.
I'm sorry.
So
Okay.
licking is the same thing as taking, right?
Gwen
Listen.
getting called out when she really didn't do anything.
Didn't.
All right. Well, the good news is Arbori is only a few more hours ahead. You will be there. You can rest, and then we are done. Now that we passed the river, it's like not even 2 hours.
Okay, go.
All right.
That was stressful though.
Yeah, you're telling me. I thought I was about to watch my
Uh,
students get eaten.
Well, you know,
You
I'm
weren't
more
even there. What are
interested
you about? Come on.
in this nice new puppy we have here. And I walk over to Rosari's. What? What? You didn't tell me you had a dog?
I don't. And are you gonna try to pet him?
I don't know. It looks kind of scary.
Oh, that was out of character. I'm asking Danny.
Oh.
Are you gonna try to
Oh,
pet Aegon?
no, because it looks kind of
Okay.
scary.
I will say, as soon as you get a little bit closer, he starts growling at you.
Ooh,
I want to try to pet him.
If it's
He's
a
a
dog and it's
spicy
my
dog.
personality, I will try to pet the fucking dog.
I'm gonna try to
anyone
pet
who
him.
tries to
Come
pet-
here.
Cool.
At least you
All
might
right.
not, but as myself, I will try and pet the dog.
Okay. As soon as you stick your hand out, Gwen, he's gonna make an attack.
Gwen, usually when the dogs growl, it means that they don't want to be touched.
It was growling. I was too busy looking at it. Sorry.
Yeah, it is really cool looking.
Yeah.
Scary.
Fair, dog on
Growling just
fire.
went in one ear out the other, you know?
Does
Yeah.
a 15 hit?
A what? A 15? No.
Okay. It goes to bite at you, and you just pull your hand back quickly enough.
It's an angry dog.
Put a leash on your
bad.
dog,
Like a
Rosaris.
dog.
Damn.
I don't even know what this is. Okay, I tried to get Loki because he's fast. This
What do you
thing,
mean you don't know what it is?
I summoned
summoned it, right?
Loki. I summoned Loki. This thing came out.
dude.
Mm.
So you're
Oh.
saying
So you're
you
possessed.
oh my God. So you don't follow a church, you don't know what it is, but you still have this thing, you don't know where it comes from. How can you be angry at any of us?
The fact
you
that I
where
don't
your
know
power
where,
comes from. You don't
Okay.
know.
but I do know about the decisions
don't
some of
know
you
what-
are making. I don't understand your power is a tool to be used.
Hey, guys.
So the question
Where
of
did
my
the power come
source,
from?
I don't
We
know,
didn't
but I'm
even
using
make
it for
to the
good.
place yet.
Oh, thanks.
Inside
thanks,
voices,
good.
please. Inside voices.
There was a huge monster just over there.
I know we're outside, but
Still
inside
there.
voices.
Okay,
You're
I'll say
angry-
this in an inside voice. Hey, Lucian, without my power that you're questioning, you would have been food. Got it?
I get it. You're angry at Leo because he's using power that he knows where it comes from, right?
I'm not angry about the power. I'm
Yes,
angry.
you are. Yes, you are. Don't fucking deny that.
Okay, can we maybe argue when we're actually in a civilization somewhere?
Leo knows where his
Where it's
powers
safe.
come from, and he's trying to use it in the best way possible. You don't know where your powers come from, and you're getting angry at us for using that.
That's not
What's your problem?
what he's
Hey,
angry about.
Lucian, do not try to psychoanalyze me like I'm one of your spells.
I will do, because that's the only thing I can do.
Well, you suck at it.
I think
Stay
I'm
in your
very
lane.
good.
Do not talk to me for the rest of the trip.
I think I'm very good at it right now.
You think you're better than you are.
I think I'm very good.
Is Rand
Exactly.
right here?
Yeah, she's
Mhm.
watching this whole thing play out with her arms crossed, just kind of shaking her head. You guys follow her eye line and you see like 2 or 3 of those acid spitting dinosaur creatures starting to gather on the other side of the bank. And she's just kind of
Please.
watching you guys.
Come on.
I don't want to be
Kissing
done.
make
Don't tell us
up.
that you
Let's
don't
go.
tell us that, don't tell us that you're better than us because you don't know where your power comes from. That's worse.
I
Have
didn't
you
say
already
I
got a
was
silent spell? Is that a thing you have?
I'm trying to run,
Silence.
but I don't.
That is a spell.
wish.
Does anybody
Not
have
gonna
it?
help. It's not gonna help.
Can I put my hands over Lucian's face and just carry him?
Your strength is like at least 5 higher than his. So yes.
All right. Quiet time. You're on timeout.
Rosaries, I'm kind of upset a little bit
That's gonna resolve the situation.
because you let
Shh,
Lucian
your mouth
and
is shut.
Leo ride on your dog, but not me.
because you're fast. You want to ride on him?
Yeah.
He did kind of kill Loki.
What? He did what?
I can still summon Loki, I think, but Loki definitely exploded.
My Loki. No, I'm not riding him, and I'm just gonna cross my arms and go.
I'm
You're
gonna,
summoning a
let's
I'm gonna
go,
pick,
yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
pick
God.
Ava up, and we're gonna start traveling.
2 of the members are being carried now.
Yep. And that is where we will end the session for the night. Rant eventually gets you guys to shut up. You continue traveling on until you reach the little village of Arbori, and we will pick up next time with you guys leaving
I'm
from
not
there.
done. I'm not done.
Yeah, you are.
I fully know that you guys like the conversation's clearly not finished. We have some more to talk about here, but Rant gets you guys to just make track, go towards the destination. You guys will pick up in Arbori next time, and you guys will travel to Savima, which is very close by. It's not nearly as far as what we've been doing, and then we'll visit Gwen's home and maybe finish out this conversation on the way.
Don't forget the pit stop.
Don't forget the pit stop. We are at the river right now, actually. It was after Arbori, before Savima. That's the river we follow. This land has a lot of rivers. It's based on the Amazon rainforest. I'm sorry. We'll pick up there next time. Heading out from
Alright.
Arbori. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Hey.
Bye.